What's up, my players? And welcome once again to another episode of Gaming Treble. This is going to be a very awesome one. I am your host, Torrance Hudson, aka the old school player, aka the Iron Heart of Xbox, and I am here to bring you the fire, the flames, and of course, the dragons today. But first, I want to introduce my awesome panel. I want to talk about the Neon Shogun. I want to talk about the one who is about all the ARPGs and JRPGs. We're talking about the one that's all about those stealth games. And yes, he's going to go into your house and steal your cookies right before Santa. Woo! He is the Samoan brother of another mother. He is the one and only Tony San Miguel.
Thank you again for another awesome intro, Taurus. What's up, players? The answer to the next three questions is Shogun. So, who's the prettiest? Who's the
Shogun.
meanest?
Shogun.
Who's the baddest?
Shogun.
Somebody,
Yeah,
somebody's
buddy.
been, wa- somebody's been watching Last Dragon late recently.
I'm gonna get myself soon. Anyways, what's up, players? I've been busy all day playing. I've been playing some Assassin's Creed all day, Origins, and
Hmm.
then after that, I started boning up on show. So I beat all three Double Dragons in the arcade, three for the NES, and let me tell you, the arcade Double Dragon 3 really pissed me off, but I still had a blast. So, like my man Beetlejuice says, it's showtime.
Indeed. And let's not forget the most handsomest, most awesome hair in the business. We're talking about,
And that sweet sweater.
oh, and that's, yeah, that sweater, man. Damn. You make that sweater look good. Of course,
Oh yeah.
we're going to talk about the ladies' man,
Yeah.
the one is all about all that awesome cosplays. He's a cosplay master. He's also the one about the wonderful collectibles. He got a lot of good collectible stuff, and he's got probably some stuff to show off too.
He
Not
could
only
start his
that,
own store.
yeah, you're right. and not only that, he's also about collecting those damn achievements. He is the achievement collection master. He is the achievement hunter. He is the one, and of course, the only knowledgeable Johnny Elisea.
Thank you for the intro, Torrance. I appreciate that. And thank you, players, for tuning in. I hope you all had a great weekend. It's been a wonderful weekend, especially the past events have been happening. So um, I just, as you all know, I finished up Terminator 2D. Now I'm just playing, reliving some Yakuza. I'm playing the director's cut. Hopefully finish
Oh,
that off and then finish up the Series X versions of Kiwami 1 and 2. And that's just pretty much it. So we're going to be talking about our favorite franchise, which is Double Dragon. So I'm looking forward to it. It's definitely going to be good. There was some awesome games, and yeah, we had a few stinkers. So we'll get into that, and plus we're going to get into the whole the media of Double Dragon as well. And plus we have some fun stuff to show you. Um,
Johnny. Is that
Indeed.
it's
because I
gonna be great.
mentioned Double Dragon 3? Look at him
No,
smiling.
there's something else. Something else.
He said stinkers.
Well,
Oh,
sinkers, but there's I think there's one stinker you guys are missing, but I'll get into that later on. I don't want to spoil that.
yeah. We'll get into that one too.
We'll
Oh
have
my
fun with
God,
it.
yeah, buddy, yeah,
Yeah.
buddy. But of course, But you know what? Before we get started with all of our awesome shenanigans, let's give an awesome shout out to our awesome sponsor, Dubby. That's right, baby. W, these amazing, awesome products that you know and you also love. Excellent energy drink, all those B vitamins, all the delicious flavor, none of the fluff, none of the additives. This is all ready for you. All you gotta do is put it into your shaker and go. Full of energy, gives you that lift, doesn't give you that drop. What an awesome product. There's a large selection of amazing flavors out there. Go ahead, give it a try. Go to w.gg, that's dubby.gg. Use our amazing code Treble TR3BLE at the checkout and get you 10% off of your purchase. Or that's on us. So of course, be awesome, level up, and be better. Now, let's get into that gaming spit because we actually have a couple of things to kind of address. Let's address the elephant in the room, if you will. And I believe Johnny, you definitely. I've been a lot of players have been kind of off, at this for a while. But of course, we're going to be getting our just due. Um, the company who actually likes to make physical games and everything, and it's a great idea. No, believe it or not, I love the idea of
Oh,
physical media. Everyone loves physical media. I do too.
We all do.
We all do. But there's a right way of doing it and there's a wrong way of doing it. The company Limited Games, unfortunately, right now
Limited run games, yeah.
Limited Run Games is actually they're actually in a lawsuit right now for the a whopping amount of $2.7 billion.
wow.
Yeah,
Why?
$2.7 billion.
That's gonna hurt them big time.
Big time. And the reason why is because of the number one, false advertising, and also the lack of trust, consumer trust. And this has actually been going on for years. Not just recently, but for years.
Yeah.
And right now, they're currently in talks and everything to get the settlement done. And a lot of you players who've been affected by this will be able to get something out of it. That means if you purchased any limited run games, if you actually watched any content with limited run games or anything of that sort, you can be able to get a piece of that pie. And
what if it's for pre-order game? What if people are pre-ordering games and still waiting for that game?
Same thing. Pre-orders.
Oh, good. Because listen,
everybody.
there's a lot. Yeah, before you go on, there's people that's been waiting not one, not two, but 3 years, like waiting a game that they pre-ordered for a long time. They still haven't gotten their games. Can you believe that?
Mm-hmm. And that's the reason why they're going through this lawsuit. So go. I believe you can be able to go to certain websites. I don't have the website in front of me, but you can actually be able to go on there, and I believe you should be getting an email or something like that of that sort, telling you the details if you actually been affected. That means if you have any pre-orders or deal with them directly, you will get an email shortly to let you know how you can actually get a piece of that settlement. So it's a lesson. It's a lesson, big lesson for this. Never destroy customers' trust, or else you will be destroyed. It's plain and simple. There's a right way of doing it, and
the more I learn, you can see this coming. The more I learn from you guys, you could see this coming from a mile away. Wow, boy, did they get hit hard.
Oh
yeah. Here's the thing though. I just don't understand why these companies are working with limited run games to make their physical copies. I mean, let's take on Bitmap, the fine folks that brought us Terminator 2D, and now they're going to bring us the Masters of the Universe beat 'em up game that's coming out next year, and people are all hyped up for it. But then at the end of that trailer, when they said by limited run games, and then that turned a lot of people off, and I'm saying to myself, like, why are they going with limited run games? Can they not do the physical copies themselves? I just don't get that. What are they trying to do? Are they trying to save some resources? They're trying to save money, or they're getting a deal.
It's not hard to press a disc at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm
why
saying.
It's weird to me,
our
man.
cartridge, our little cart. I don't get it for the Switch. Like, what is it with that?
You know what?
And Sega's been working with them too. I'm like, They did it with the Shinobi Art of Vengeance. I was like, Sega, you've done your physical copies before.
It
Why are you going with limited run games to do this?
doesn't make
I just
sense.
don't.
It really
Yeah,
Yeah,
doesn't
I
make
think it
sense.
has something to do with outsourcing because a lot of companies do that. They outsource their materials. If they either I don't know, maybe it's cheaper labor, maybe they had some kind of deal or contract of some sort. It could be a lot of things, a lot of factors in.
All
Um,
you need is a disk printer and space to store it.
well,
yeah,
but
I know.
I think it has something to do with they do the print, they do the extras, they do like the collectibles, they do all that stuff. I
Yeah,
think it's
the
something.
collector's editions and stuff
Okay.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think
Uh,
it might have something to do with that. Maybe it's just maybe it's just labor intensive. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's
Again,
it's so
labor
dumb though.
intensive. You need a printer.
yeah.
Yeah,
You're right.
but
No. See, and logically that makes sense. No,
That's why it
no.
doesn't make sense to me.
I agree. Logically, it makes
God, of
sense.
course,
But what they do is they do logical, illogical stuff, and that just doesn't make any sense at all. So I don't know.
right. You want to know what's really started the big downfall for limited run games? When they fired their general manager, I think her name was Karen Lynn,
Oh, she was a
because
sweetheart. She
yeah,
was
I
great.
know, yeah, they had, but now she's working with Eric July's comic book division and I think animation division, the Riververse. That so good for her. She's able to get back on her feet, and she's working with Eric July in his company right now. But yeah, I mean, I think it was ridiculous when they fired her because some lunatic saw that she was following some people that's like some conservative people that she follows, and then they said, "Oh, this is your person," and they started writing to the people over Limerick against you. How could you have this person working? Look who she follows, and then these guys, stupid, they had the audacity to fire her just because of that. She hasn't said anything wrong. She said that she was looking forward to Hogwarts Legacy, and then some lunatic reported it, and then also Limited Run Games didn't have her back. They stabbed her in the back, and they fired her. And that's what caused the downfall, and a lot of people demand to cancel their pre-orders for whatever games they had with them. They had a lot of pre-orders they had canceled during that time.
Oh, it's a shame,
Yeah,
man. It's a shame. I
yeah.
mean,
They shot themselves in the foot.
This is why I hate politics and don't want that bullshit on this show, man.
yeah,
Like, fuck, look what it does.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
Look
what.
what it
That's an
does.
example right there. Like, so
I
what? I don't give
hate
a
this
shit.
shit.
I don't care. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
As
care
long as it's
what
not a
you
good
follow.
product, I don't care.
Exactly. If you're a good person and you don't like bash people or make fun of people or put down people because of that shit, then I have no problem with you at all. Can we just not get along? Can we go back in like the early 2000s? But
uh,
yeah, but
Yeah, stop being,
that was a huge
stop being
downfall.
this.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we don't want to
So
we don't want to drag this on too long,
Yeah.
but
no, I
Let's
know,
but
but
get to the franchise.
yeah, but
yeah.
like
That's
I
well
said,
done. But yeah, the living and growing games. I think that you think they're gonna. One question before we go: do you think this is gonna cause their demise? Do you think they'll be shut down after
it,
this or no?
Oh,
very
yeah.
very certainly it will. I mean, it's I mean
How are they going to pay that? Yeah.
yeah
If they lose, they're screwed.
yeah
Yeah.
that's a big chunk of change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these companies
Woo.
that's looking for physical copies, they're gonna have to start doing their own.
Well, you know what? No, maybe it's for the better. Maybe it's for the better. Maybe we'll force the companies to say, you know what? Let's if you can't, what's done is better. Better yet, or why don't you just go to a better company? There's a couple out there, that actually are really good. The one who did the
Yeah.
Streets of Rage 4 physical copies, they were really really good.
Yeah, the other company, not the one limited run game
No,
studios, but there was another company
another
that did
company.
the. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know which one you're talking about. Yes.
yeah. It was great. I mean, I love the collectibles. You got a coin, you got a freaking
The
bandana, you got
keychain,
keychains, you got pins,
stickers.
So you
Yeah.
get some nice
stickers.
swag.
Yeah,
Let's
you
get
got
some
Mm-hmm.
swag
the
with our
the
games,
full
man.
soundtrack, which I
Yeah.
love. Oh my god, on CD, come on, man.
We're paying
Yeah,
over
I
$100
have
for
that.
games now. We should be getting swag.
Yeah,
No, of course.
oh yeah, that's just there's so much truth in
Yeah.
that. So, but anyway,
That's it.
getting off of that sour note. Yeah, let's
Thank
get
you.
into our big one because it's going to take up a lot of time because this franchise is so huge and so impactful. Double Dragon, just a small backstory. Double Dragon was a spiritual successor to Dragon the Renegade, also created by Yoshihisa Kishimoto. If I don't want to purchase the name. Yeah, the game launched in April 22nd, 1987. I remember that day very, very clearly because, believe it or not, they showed up at my local arcade, and I think exactly that year. It was one of the biggest franchises to come out, and believe it or not, the buzz was already in the streets. It was the #1 arcade smash and everything for literally 3 years running. Every arcade had it, and every kid wanted to play it. And believe it or not, before Final Fight, before Streets of Rage, before any of those awesome belt-scrolling arcade games, Double Dragon was the blueprint. And believe it or not, this game sparked an era that, believe it or not, if Double Dragon never existed, probably would have never happened. Because number one, it introduced co-op multiplayer. It popularized the pseudo 3D belt-scrolling beat-em-up formula. That means you go up, down, left, and right. You can and let players pick up weapons from enemies, which is actually completely new.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Right, and also cemented the archetype of two martial arts brothers versus a street game. So that so it was just those like the 4 pillars that actually created a genre that's completely new and awesome.
You know what the two heroes are, right? Thank goodness that Billy and Jimmy didn't take that car, or we would not have had this magnificent franchise.
Oh my God!
If they got in there and drove,
I knew.
If they drove, they would have caught up in minutes, beat the crap out of the rescue Mary, and went back home.
But here's the thing: maybe the roadmaster car wasn't working. Who knows? Maybe they couldn't drive it.
Yeah, well, then again,
Jimmy forgot to gas up.
They did come out of the garage. Technically, they did come out of the garage. I think.
Maybe they were fixing the car. Who knows? Maybe they were inside probably fixing the car, and then they heard the ruckus going on, and then they opened up, and they were like, "Oh crap!"
Well, regardless, man, thank goodness they didn't drive.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah.
We would not have this awesome game.
Yeah.
Or the sequel.
Or the story, yeah.
So basically, the plot is very, very weird because it was actually kind of convoluted in a sense because no one really knew what the major plot was, but then they actually created one. Supposedly Billy and Jimmy Lee and everything, they actually had had this martial art and everything that was actually well sought after. And they used Marion as a scapegoat and everything to lure them out. So to face the Black Warriors. The Black Warriors was actually this huge gang that was taking over the entire thing. And believe it or not, this kind of takes place in a neon post-apocalyptic setting. It's weird.
It's like cyberpunk.
Yeah.
It's like a cyberpunk town.
Almost like
all the cyber stuff.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk and Fist of the North Star.
Yes, correct. I was just going to say Fist of the North Star.
Definitely like that. Especially with the way Billy and Jimmy are dressed. They're dressed like Kenshiro.
Yeah, and plus the fact that they had the cities because as you can see some of the cities people are already like building up. They're rebuilding the cities.
Yeah.
So it's not fully rebuilt, but it's getting there. So
Neon's
they didn't want to. Yeah. So,
yeah.
But go ahead, Torrance.
Yeah, no. So of course, Billy and Jimmy Lee and everything took it to themselves to actually face this Dragon Warrior gang, this Black Warrior gang, and to actually rescue her. Now there are several variations of Double Dragon. We'll get into that later.
Yes.
The impact of this game actually did usher in a golden age of beat 'em ups. So it did inspire everything. So basically, Final Fight would have never existed. Double Dragon did not show up. Golden Axe would never existed until Double Dragon actually showed up. All those side-scrolling games that you love and know and love, franchises that
Ninja Gaiden
And
arcade would not have existed.
It would
Yeah,
have never existed
that's correct.
unless Double
Yeah,
Dragon showed up.
Streets of Rage and then,
Streets of Rage,
River City Ransom.
River City
Yeah,
Ransom, all those games that you know and love would never have existed if Double Dragon never existed. Double Dragon has such a huge impact on the thing you have no idea. So we're gonna get into the nitty gritty of all the amazing Double Dragon games that actually have been sparked from this awesome duo known as the Double Dragons, Billy and Jimmy Lee, or Spike and Hammer as they will call themselves.
yeah, the original
And
name.
Bimmy
So
and
yeah.
Jimmy. We got Bimmy.
Oh
Bimmy and
yeah,
Jimmy.
because
Bimmy.
they stupid.
Bimmy.
Yeah,
We're
thanks
gonna
to
get into
Double Dragon.
that typo.
We
Thanks to
got-
that, yeah, from Double Dragon 3. Yeah, the NES.
Oh,
And what's funny,
God.
but here's a funny thing though. We're not going to get into it just yet, but they actually inspired that Bimmy name with Double Dragon Neon when they had the clone,
Yes.
the big Lucas clone. They call him Bimmy and Jammy.
Yes,
Oh my
yes.
God, yeah, that's wow.
We'll get into Neon later on though. But we got to
later
focus on the
That's my
original.
favorite one in recent years too.
Yeah,
All right.
hilarious.
So basically, if you don't know, maybe you do, or maybe you don't. Basically, the arcade controls are very simple. It's actually, you have 3 buttons. You have the punch and kick, and of course the jump button. Now you also do have combinations as well. You have the punch and jump button to use the elbow kick, and then of course you have the kick and jump button to do the spinning back.
Yeah, the Van Damme kick I
So
call it.
and of course the most powerful move in that game, and if everyone knows, is the elbow attack.
It's so cheap. It's so cheap, dude. You can go through the entire game.
Move in the game. Exactly.
Most of the game,
Yeah.
it will save your life.
Yeah.
And,
you could beat the game with 1 quarter. I mean, possibly with 1 man if it's stuck to the wall.
You can clear the whole entire game just by using the elbow move.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I just said. You could probably
Pretty
beat the game
wild,
with 1
right?
credit. But you could. There's actually a possibility you could beat the game with 1 man though. But the
It's no fun that way, though.
It is though, but there's an obstacle which really gets me upset. It's the one at the end of the stage, the walls.
I hate those walls.
They
Dude, just jump. Just
Oh.
keep jumping. Keep jumping
I know.
forward.
But sometimes it works, but sometimes
It looks silly,
doesn't.
but it works.
That's
Yeah. You might get hit like once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that part.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and but also the fact is that you can fall. I mean, you can fall everywhere. I mean, there's pitfalls everywhere.
So many cheap deaths. Dude.
Yes, cheap
Oh,
deaths.
dude.
Yeah, and also.
Or walk off the roof in the second round.
Oh my
You
God!
just keep going down and fall off the roof.
Oh my goodness! Imagine you jumping over that bridge in the 3rd stage, and then you just keep running. Then Bo grabs you, and he throws you into the water.
Yeah. He back body drops you like a wrestler. He just back body drops you.
That happened to me the first time I jumped over it. I jumped over the broken bridge. Then all of a sudden I just kept running forward, and then I got thrown in. I'm like, you son of a! And then so from now on, whenever I jump over that bridge, I go slow and I wait for him to come, and then I take his ass out. Then I'll throw him into the water. You bastard.
Carry a knife.
Yeah.
Throw it, and then you can jump over. You got a little bit more time to jump over it without falling.
Yeah, and then you can knock him, and then you can just punch or kick him into the water. And that's it.
Do that elbow move because it sucks him towards you. So wait for him to get close to you, elbow him, watch him bounce into the water. It's funny every time.
They fall towards you. They don't fall
Yes,
away.
yes.
They fall
See, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
Yes.
like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So, amazing animations, and also it's just this a hell of a fun game,
Absolutely.
And of course the iconic soundtrack. Come on, you can't.
Oh man, that soundtrack's iconic, man.
It's iconic, and it really is. And as soon as you see it, you're like, ooh, I want to pop a quarter in this one. Yeah, that's the first thing I did, and it was amazing. But let's get into the amazing games and everything, and also some of our memories also. So we're gonna jump into that really quick. All right. So we already know about Double Dragon. The first game came out in the arcade, obviously. The arcade smash. The sequel didn't show up until later, but we're gonna get into that first. First, let's talk about the variations that actually happened because Double
The whole
Dragon was,
systems.
yeah, for all, yes, exactly. And
Yeah.
NES, believe it or not, NES was the first console that actually got their own variation of Double Dragon,
It
made
was
by the good
better.
friends at Trade West.
It was good. Yep.
It was so good.
It was
It was
good.
so
Now,
good.
but here's a caveat, and kind of throw this in there.
It lost a double.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
It
right.
lost a
did have.
double.
It
That's
did
the only
have the.
thing.
And the story changed. And the story changed
The
because
story change. Yes.
yes. Um. Now, if you don't know, Double Dragon One, Double Dragon was a one player game. It came up on the NES. I believe it was in not 1989. It was like 1990, I think.
1988.
1988.
1988.
I'm sorry, 1988. Thank you very much.
No,
Arcade
88.
87, home 88.
Yeah,
Yes.
So in
That's correct.
1988, it got released by the fellows at Trade West. It was a one-player game, and believe it or not, the story actually changed. I think where your brother, and spoiler alert, actually was the behind the whole entire thing. Basically, he was the last boss.
The shadow boss. Yes.
Yes. But who knew? Everyone's like, whatever. But I liked one thing about the game, level up system. They actually added a level up system, more stages, more there's side scrolling stages. There's actually new enemies like the chins was actually in there.
The level up cheat.
Yes.
Remember the level up cheat?
And the level
I know the level of cheat.
No, we're talking about cheats. No. Don't spoil. No. You're going too fast. We're going to talk about the cheats.
I'm sorry. I'm excited.
I know.
Exactly.
We're going to get into those cheats.
Bro, I've been on a week and a half cookie bender, man. I'm on sugar right now.
Oh, good. Because you need it.
You ate too many Christmas cookies. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Bro, two weeks straight. I've been on a bender. It's bad.
So basically, every 100 points, and I think you're in a heart. Each heart actually will give you a new move.
1,000.
Yeah.
It's 1,000.
Oh, 1,000. I'm sorry, 1,000.
Yeah,
sorry.
1,000.
1,000.
I just played it. That's why.
Okay, there you go. So every 1,000 points, you actually earn a heart. Every heart gives you a new move. 2 hearts, you earn a uppercut. 3 hearts, you earn the jump kick. 4 hearts, you earn the hair pull kick. 5 hearts, you earn the downward attack. 6 hearts, you earn the elbow hit. 7 hearts, you earn the spinning back kick.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's your final move.
I love that pin attack.
Yeah.
When you pin him down.
The
ground and pound.
Oh yeah.
Double Dragon NES had a ground and pound.
Yeah, ground and pound, and they pretty much you can go through the entire game except for certain enemies that actually push you off. So just
Chin.
Chin
will throws
push
you
up.
Yeah.
The Chins will push you up, and also the final boss, not final boss. Well, yeah, both. Machine Gun Willie, and also your brother. So that's where you have it. Not only that, the handful kick also does not affect them that well either. Now you notice.
They're too big.
Now you notice that in the game they replaced the ones that look exactly like you in the arcade version with the chins as the ones who.
That's Jeff.
They got rid of Jeff and put in Chin.
Yeah, they got rid of Jeff and they put Chin in there. Yeah. That's what it was.
So that was a major difference. Number 2, they actually did extend the game a little bit to make it not too so short. So they had more stages.
Well, Jeff is an asshole because he's a backstabber. Remember, he did train with the Lee Bros, and then he backstabbed them and went with the Shadow Warriors.
Yeah.
So
you know what the NES version did that was really different from the arcade too, besides the pin attack and all that stuff? They had platforming.
Yeah, the platforming.
Level 3 was just platforms galore, and it was a pain in the ass.
Now, there are some parts of the platforming that actually is cheap because believe it or not, if you just one pixel off from jumping on a certain elevator piece or whatever it is, you'll literally fall to your death, and that sucks.
The ledges, and you have to jump on those little ledges that brings you up and down. Oh man. You have to make sure you timed it right though, because if you don't, that's it.
There was a little. There are but we're going to get into some of the the tricks like you were just mentioning before. So we're going to talk
Hmm.
about a few of the tricks also in this game before we go into the next game. Um, One trick everyone knows. There is actually one trick in that thing where you can actually be able to ride the wall, so to speak. So you could actually be able to kind of go up
Oh
there, and
yeah.
you can actually go up and up there, and you can be able to kind of ride the wall all the way up. But here's the thing: you can
In
actually
the
get
Sega
stuck.
one,
You can get stuck.
I did that in the Sega
Yeah.
one. You can do that in Nintendo too, or no?
Yeah, well, I believe it's the same one, same thing. Same, you can be able to
Sega
kind
Oh,
of
was
ride
okay.
level
the wall.
3.
Yeah,
Sega
yeah.
was level 3 when you fought the green abobos.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that out by accident. I thought it was
Yeah.
hilarious, and I kept
Uh,
doing it.
yeah. Second,
Yeah.
second
It's,
trick obviously is in stage two. Stage two,
yeah.
what you call the invisible Williams level up trick. So you could yeah. So
We're
yeah.
going
We
real
all
old
know.
school
Yeah.
now.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
So but it's really tricky too because you could easily like have them disappear and you have to go to the next part. So you have to do it in such a way to actually have them disappear but not necessarily disappear.
Yeah.
So
Right.
so basically it's almost like it tricks the program to thinking, okay, well there's something there, but you know,
It's
yeah,
pretty
Yeah.
easy to
yeah,
do, too.
yeah,
It's
It's very
super
easy to
easy.
do.
yeah.
Very easy.
Yeah, you can do it. Me personally, I don't like using the bat. Forget the bat.
The back's more
Use
faster though. I
yeah.
hate to say
No,
it.
no. The punches are faster.
Really.
Yeah.
The punches.
Okay.
If you punch,
I always use the back.
if you punch. Okay, here's a little tip. If you punch, use it punching only throughout. Like let's say the first 2 or 3 stages of everything, you'll get to level 6 before the end of stage 2. Before the end of stage 2, you will actually have 6 hearts. So if you actually decide to use your punch and you're really good with your precision, I think when punching, you can actually get to level 6 before the end of stage 2, which is pretty
Right.
awesome.
Yeah, I know all your moves.
Yeah, pretty much. Once you get the elbow attack and everything, that's it.
I
That's
just
it.
keep going until the numbers stop,
Yeah.
and that's when I move.
Yep,
That's it. Yeah. That's what I did.
indeed. So that's pretty awesome. Also, last stage, there's a little trick in that thing where it glitches. So if you actually see the character blink 4 times and you pick up a weapon, the weapon will change.
I've heard
You
of
can
this
actually
one. I never got it to work.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's almost precise timing. You have to be like
Yes.
really precise. 1, 2, 3, and as soon as it blinks the 4th time, you literally have to pick up the weapon and simultaneously. And what it does, it tricks the system into thinking, okay, well there's still an object on the stage, but it has to be the next. It's not the same weapon. So instead of a knife, it's going to be a bat. Third time, it's going to turn into a golf club.
Yeah.
Right.
And so on. So I was like, oh, that's pretty wild. Yeah, so I can use that to defeat the Williams, to defeat Dr. Mr. What do you call it? Machine Gun Willie. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. That's the cool stuff. And of course, like spoiler alert, you have to face your brother. Now, arcade. Let's get back into the arcade. The reason why they took that concept is because you can face your partner at the end of Double Dragon. First,
Mm-hmm.
in any type of game, you literally can't both finish the game and get the victory. One of you guys, there can be only one. There can be only one. And if you guys have 4 lives, you fight to your very last breath.
Mm-hmm.
That is so freaking amazing, and that was another innovation.
Who gets married at the end? Yes.
Yes, that is the most innovative thing, and trust me, it is so awesome. Can you believe it? A the beat 'em up saga, literally kind of started in a sense, in the Double Dragon series as well. This is really cool.
Yep.
I used to get funny with those. I told you those stories.
How cool is that? How cool? What? See, that's the
It's
reason
cool,
why
right?
Double Dragon has so much potential. So now that we actually talked about Double Dragon NES, there were other variations too. So let's get into the other variations before we go into the sequel.
Yeah, we can do these. Yeah, we can do these quick though.
Yeah, really quick.
There was the there was a Genesis version that came out in 1992, and that was based off the arcade game, and it
Almost
was a
arcade
very good.
perfect.
That was almost Circuit First.
That
That was
was a
made by
good part.
Accolade.
That was a good part.
Accolade was the one
Yes.
that made it. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
very awesome port. I actually enjoyed that one. And then there was then you also have the one on Game Boy that came out in 1990. You know, I mean, it was all right, but it was too slow. You know that's how it was, though. I mean, they actually matched the music very well.
Very
It's
well.
from the NES version,
Very well.
so I was very surprised. And then in 1993, there was the Atari Lynx version. The problem with that version is because my problem is with that version is that they have the characters like they're like zoomed in too much. They're
Oh,
very I did
dude.
not like that. Why do you have to zoom in? Why?
I think it
To
had something to
accommodate
do.
to the mobile
I think it had
screen.
something to do with the pixel count. The pixel count was
Yeah.
so big, and because the pixel count was actually took up most of the space, they actually literally had to have the characters like all literally almost 2/3 of the screen. And also when you're moving,
Uh,
the whole entire screen it gets kind of confusing, and also
yeah,
you
it
know
does because you don't know what's going to be out there when you
Oh
actually
boy,
say have to
it
take
is
out all
really
of the.
zoomed in.
Yeah, it's
mm-hmm.
zoomed in. I'm not
I'm
kidding.
looking at the pictures
Yeah,
right now. Yeah.
yeah. So that was the problem with the Atari Lynx version. So, but then and also in 1993 there was a Game Gear game of Double Dragon, but this one's a little bit different though because in this one you find out that Jimmy Lee has been has been killed, but then later on, like you fight this aura like this evil samurai, but then you find out that Jimmy was possessed by this evil force, and
This
then
is
at the end of the
weird.
game, yeah, it was definitely weird. It was definitely weird because it was called Double Dragon: The Revenge of Billy Lee because they wanted to do like a different story. So it's just you. It's like a side-scrolling game, side-scrolling beat 'em up. And then when you get to the end of the game, and then after you beat that evil samurai, whatever it is, then Jimmy comes back. Then Jimmy comes back, and he's normal. So it was weird though, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it is.
And so but so
So it's
that's
kind of
that
absurd.
it is very absurd though. People didn't like the story at all. They were like, "Come on, why can't we have two-player Double Dragon with the Game Gear so you could link it up?" You know.
Yeah.
So,
So
but yeah, and then and then
I'm showing some of the video of the Atari Lynx version of it, and
okay,
you can see how
Look,
janky
look,
it
look.
actually is.
You
And
can't see anything.
yeah, it's just
yeah.
See, and then you
And
get
then
snuffed from behind when the guy
I
comes in.
yeah, I do want to mention the computer versions though. There was a Commodore 64 and there was a ZX Spectrum, and there was some PC games and there was for IBM games though. It was based off the arcade game, and then there was an Atari 2600, and then there was also another Double Dragon game for the Atari 7800 as well. So, but those versions were not good.
no, no.
They were very poor, very poor. So, but those are all the versions of Double Dragon, and we'll get to the other the other versions
Of
of
course,
Double Dragon.
of course, of course.
So
So, but so
I think it's time to go on to the
yes,
sequel.
yes, we have to go to the sequel because believe it or not, the sequel
This one
was
was epic.
huge,
Epic.
Yes.
huge. Now, funny thing is that Technos Japan, they actually licensed out the arcade version to another company called Romstar. Romstar is the one that licensed out the arcade version of the American version of Double Dragon 2, the arcade version. The
Yes.
in Japan it was still Technos Japan, but in the Americas they licensed out the arcade version to Romstar. And let me tell you something. This actually kind of threw me a loop because I didn't even realize that they actually made a sequel until that year. I think it was in 1991. Was it
I
not?
mean, wait, the NES? Are you talking about the NES
No,
version?
not the NES version. No, let's talk about the arcade version.
The,
That 19,
okay,
1988. Yeah,
okay, the arcade version didn't come out until November of
November.
1988.
No, actually, it was December. It was
Are you
December.
sure? Because
Yes.
I looked it up. Unless it's from Japan, because I did read it was like November of '88.
Japan was in November. Japan was in November.
Okay.
In the U.S. it came out in and they actually had the licenses out to bring it to
Okay.
the States.
All right.
Now, Double Dragon 2 was released in the arcades in December 1988 in the U.S. This sequel shocked players by killing Marion in the open sea. Now,
yeah,
yeah, I said to myself, I said like this,
I was like, holy hell!
yeah.
When I first saw that, I was like, what?
I said, oh, that's messed up. Oh,
We
Billy.
just saved her in the first game, and then all of a sudden, the second game, the first game they punched her in the gut, and the second game they just shot her. That bastard Willie just shot her.
That's messed up. That's seriously messed up, man.
That was the most fucked up intro I have ever seen.
I said to myself, what the hell, man? Yo. And I said, oh, Billy. I said, you know what? I was like, oh, it's on like Donkey Kong. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
So the great things about Double Dragon 2 are several things. One, soundtrack's still epic.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Improved combat, definitely improved combat. Much darker tone, obviously, because American got shot.
Yeah.
American got shot.
Yeah.
And of course about the multiple or home versions, but we'll get into that later. The moves are actually been changed a little bit. So now there's a right attack, left attack, right attack, or back attack. So it's supposed
yeah.
So basically, depending on how you face it. So if you face right, you know your punches will be right, and your back kick will be left, and vice versa.
We went back to the Renegades of controls.
Yeah, pretty much.
In a way, yes.
Yeah, the Renegade style controls, exactly.
Renegade,
And they added certain moves. You still have the elbow attack, but not as profound. It's not as powerful.
It's not as powerful. Yeah, they actually toned that move down.
Yeah. And there's also a spinning forward kick, which
a spinning typhoon. Yeah, they added a new move called the spinning typhoon kick. And if you time it right, if you jump and you hit that attack at the right moment, Billy and Jimmy will do like a spinning typhoon kick, go like that. Exactly. And it takes out all the enemies right there.
Right.
But you gotta be careful because you can't abuse it because the enemies can duck. They'll duck and they'll try to hit you when you come down.
Exactly.
So you gotta make sure you time it right.
And then of course there's also a spinning back kick as well.
The spinning back kick is back as well.
Which is actually
it was a forward kick. It was a forward kick.
Yeah. Forward kick, right.
That was a really good move. That was a badass move.
Absolutely. You also have new enemies. As you know, you have the Rompars, let me see, not the Lindas.
You have the Burnos, with the mask. The guys with the mask, and then if you beat them, you beat them, then they disappear.
Yep.
Yeah.
And of course, the enemies are no longer. There's more variety. Of course.
Right. Linda has a short hair now.
Yeah, she has short spiked hair. You know, I call it.
She has a mohawk, dude.
Yeah, it's a mohawk.
She has a mohawk.
Yeah,
mohawk.
Yeah.
And she has a chain whip instead of a leather whip. So.
It's a mace.
Yeah.
Like
whatever.
It's got a spiked ball at the end, dude.
Yeah. But you hear it though.
Yeah. She's brutal. Yeah, she's brutal now though. Not only she uses that, but she also uses dynamite, and she'll use knives as well.
Yep. And Jeffrey returns. Jeffrey returns, of course. You know, more variety of stages, more things to do.
We can't forget out the second boss that Tony hates though.
That guy is so annoying. I love kicking him in the knees. You kick his knees out and you uppercut him.
That's it. You can just keep kicking his knees. Yeah. Dude, he looks like Schwarzenegger with spandex. That's what he looks like.
He looks like a fat Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, with spandex. Yeah, that's pretty much what he is.
Crimson Flame just mentioned, I don't have much experience with Double Dragon. I know of it, but I didn't play them back then. Wow. Well, welcome Crimson Flame. Trust me,
man.
You have plenty of opportunities because there's so many variations of Double Dragon out there. Yes, Antstream actually is in its arcade catalog. You can play Double Dragon 1 and Double Dragon 2, the arcade versions, and Double Dragon 3 as well.
I can hook you up too.
yeah, there's a lot of collections out there right now. So besides Double Dragon 1 and 2 and 3, there's also Double Dragon 4. You can also play Super Double Dragon Advance.
Yep.
So there's a lot of options out there.
A lot of options. So my suggestion is go out there, explore, enjoy them, and tell them that Gaming Trouble told sent you.
And then Cyclone kick him in the face.
Indeed.
Just for funsies.
Right. Now, we know about
Double Dragon 2.
Yeah, we're still back at Double Dragon 2. Now, everybody was anticipating the sequel. NES actually got the sequel through a great company called Acclaim.
Yes.
Shout out to Acclaim. I'm glad you guys are back. Absolutely. We love you guys.
Yes.
I think you gave us an awesome catalog of amazing games, and still, you are on the pedestal right there. Double Dragon 2 was definitely a crowning achievement. Here's an interesting fact. If you actually got an opportunity to go see the Wizard in their debut, they actually did have a debut of the Wizard shown in the theaters. They gave you out booklets. Inside the booklets, they give you a mini Nintendo Power, and inside the mini Nintendo Power, it showed Double Dragon 2: The Revenge. It wasn't even out yet. They actually showing a preview of that game.
Preview, right?
Yes. So that's how I learned that Double Dragon 2 was coming home. Fast forward to believe it was
We lost our damn minds too.
What year was
that? Oh man,
I lost my damn mind when I saw that.
When I saw that commercial, remember that animation commercial? Oh man, I used to watch that all the time.
I still have that commercial on my drive.
I have pretty much all the commercials though. Every time when I watch like wrestling, they would always promote the hell out of that game, and I was so excited for it.
Double Dragon 2: The Revenge. Only
Tony, remember this? Promotional considerations paid for by the following, and they show Double Dragon 2. Yes. Rest in peace to Lord Alfred Hayes. Oh man.
Oh gosh, yeah. I'm gonna tell you, man. What an amazing game. Now, the significance of Double Dragon 2, the NES version. It was the opportunity.
It was nuts.
That's right. Number one.
It was
I loved it.
Player simultaneous action.
Yes.
2-player simultaneous action finally coming home for the NES. People were hoping that it would. No level up system. You have all the moves basically in the beginning, and it was plus. There are added moves added into the game as well. We'll get into those details too. One, they actually have a hyper uppercut. Number two, hyper knee. Those two.
That
knee attack. That's the best.
The most powerful move in the game. Yes, the most powerful, and you'll know because you hear that spring. Oh, yep. You know it.
Yeah.
You know it.
You hit your enemies with that. Forget it.
Yep, and the sound effect.
Beautiful.
Oh, the sound effect. Good.
Yeah.
So
powerful. You hit it with that. Boom. You hear it.
Gosh, such an amazing.
Especially when you knee him across the room.
Yes.
You knee him across the screen. That sound effect.
Yeah. Line them with the uppercut is pretty cool too, as well.
Indeed. Now here's another thing. When it boils down to a couple other things. Here's another one added. The game, they made the game longer, obviously. 2, they added a storyline. They actually added cinema scenes.
Cutscenes.
Ninja Gaiden style cutscenes.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
it fleshes out the story.
It fleshes out the story so you get to understand what happened. We'll get into further details about the ending, but let me tell you something.
Yeah.
The stages were absolutely amazing. So they continue with the tradition of side scrolling, like 2D style, the platforming style stages. And of course, and also they added more puzzle style.
The only thing I didn't like.
That's the one I hate about. I hate that part of the game.
You want to tell me
Oh man.
You want to talk about frustration? You want to talk about frustration?
Oh,
It was absolutely frustrating, especially the elevators are going the opposite direction. You had to make sure you time your jump so good, and you gotta be sure that you don't press jump too early because if you do a hyper knee, that's your demise.
Gets you
yeah.
so angry, so
You
angry.
can't control that.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh huh.
buddy. So, um, but yeah, but then again, they also added, the ability to have difficulties. Now, here's the
Yes.
caveat: you will not be able to finish the game unless you do Supreme Master. Supreme Master is the only way to get
Yes.
finish the game completely.
You get the true ending.
To get the true ending. And on top of that, you have an option to actually have it so you don't hit your partner.
Right. Right.
Before we get to that.
Yeah.
So let's go. Let's get into some of the stages. Obviously, were amazing. You have the first stage that they were you actually at the heliport. Second
Mhm.
stage, you actually are on the rooftops. Third stage, you actually have to get up to get into the helicopter,
Yes.
which is actually pretty awesome.
That was a cool
Mhm.
fight.
Yeah, oh
Really
yeah,
Yeah.
cool
oh
fight.
absolutely,
Knock,
absolutely.
knock him down. Knock him out the helicopter was the best.
Yep. Then you get into the I think it's the what do you call it? Oh gosh. It's
The
the
force. It was like a four stage.
before stage is after this one. There's another stage too.
Well,
Where you have to go
well,
to
you
the
land on the
island.
Oh,
island. Remember, you land to the island. You got into the island
Go to the
after you get
island,
off the
right?
helicopter. You're in the island.
There
Yeah.
you go. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course. And you get to fight on the train, which is pretty awesome.
Right.
Well, it's actually like a steam engine. I don't know what it is. Is it a
It's like
train
a, it's
or
like a steam. It's like a steam tank or
steam
something.
tank,
Yeah.
something like
It's
that?
like a
Yeah,
tank.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
oh, would you
Um.
fight that tank with the two ninjas? Those fast ass ninjas? I know what you're talking about.
Oh
Yeah.
That
yeah.
giant tank.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. That and then you have the big guys come out as well.
Yep.
Yeah, the Arnold
Also.
Schwarzenegger one with the camo pants.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are something out of Predator. Yeah.
Indeed. Indeed. And then of course you also had what you call the final stage, which is actually where you're at the lair. Now
Yeah.
the lair is one that's going to frustrate everybody because number one, you need precision, you need timing, and you need patience.
Yeah.
If you're two players, you guys gotta be in sync. You have
You
to
Yeah.
have to
be
be.
in
Yeah, you
You
do.
sync.
have to work together.
Oh
You have
my
to work
God,
together.
you do.
Don't forget it.
And
Yeah.
if you're actually on beat 'em up mode, that means you're actually able to hit your partner. No, I tried that. Me and my brother had fights. Me and my brother had fights because we could not finish that stage together. Every
My
single time
dad
we got
rage
to that
quit.
stage, and I said he accidentally hits me with the freaking spinning the cyclone spin kick because he presses the freaking attack button instead of just jumping. I said, just jump. Stop. Just don't press anything. Just jump. Oh,
Right.
I'm sorry. Well, come on. The disappearing,
Oh man.
reappearing platforms. That part right there at the very beginning.
That's very frustrating. That's a very frustrating part. And then the one frustrating part is that when you're on a platform and then you see the platform like disappear, like it's dropping, and you have to take out your enemies quick. Because if you don't take out your enemies quick, you're gonna fall into that
Oh
pit.
my God, that's so
The,
frustrating.
the best way to do that is you get onto the other side, and then that way you can knock the enemies with the knee, and then they'll fall right into the pit, and then the door will right open after you kill them all. Once you kill them all, then the door open, you go quickly get in there, and the rest of the part of the stage is easy.
That
Absolutely.
goes
So
back to my theory of developers hated children. You
we had to
design
figure
levels
it
like that,
out.
you hate children.
Okay, you hate us. Well, guess what? We'll figure it out. That's what we
Yeah,
got to do
and
as
we
kids.
did. And we did.
I don't know what it
Of
is about
course.
elevators. I don't know what it is about elevators, but almost every single Double Dragon home version had an elevator in it. Almost
Oh yeah.
every single one had an elevator
Yep.
in it. It's a thing. I think it must be a thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
conveyor belts, and elevators. Those are like the two things.
Yep.
You know, so
Oh yeah.
I don't get it. It's frustrating as hell. Um, but of course the ending where you actually face the shadow boss, fantastic. Now here's the difference. Here's the things that are different.
Okay, go ahead. We talked about this in
All
our
right,
other
where are we
past
going?
Yeah,
episodes.
yes
We're
Where we
we
not going
did.
to
going
get
with this?
into it. But
Yes we did.
let's talk about the arcade first, and then we're gonna tell the audience like why the NES version is better. But go ahead, Torrance.
Yes, okay. So in the arcade
You have the
in
floor.
the arcade version, you actually face the shadow boss. The shadow boss actually is you. You are the dark
A
shadow,
clone.
the clone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so once you defeat him in the arcade, basically it goes to the ending and it shows a photo, and then of course in the photo, I think you see Barry and I think shed a tear, and that's the end. So in other words, she's dead.
Depressing.
This is in the story. She's gone. She's done. She's not coming back. No resurrection. No nothing. No good ending. She's gone. Basically, that ending was almost like a bad ending, but in a way, that's why they call it the revenge. But
Yeah.
that's the arcade version.
Yes.
Spoiler alert. I didn't mean that. But you know what?
Oh,
If you haven't
come
played
on.
it by now, come on. The game's been out for like almost
So,
like
you
5
guys
decades.
can still play regardless.
Yeah.
You guys can still play
Spoiler, dude.
regardless.
Absolutely. Okay. So, but now let's go. Let's fast forward to the NES version. The NES version, you do get to face the shadow boss, right? So, which is actually your clone. But after that, you actually face the Shadow Master, which is actually
They call him the Mysterious Warrior.
the
That's what
Mysterious
they call him.
Warrior. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Mysterious Warrior actually, when you're facing him, he's invisible. Well, kind of. Because it's an illusion. It's almost like an illusion world.
Later on, when you do more damage to him, he starts to get invisible.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to keep moving. You cannot stay in one spot. Just keep moving, and then when he appears, that's when the time you nail your powerful attack. Nail with the knee attack, the cyclone click, whatever. You can actually hit him while he's invisible, but you have to know exactly where he's at. That's the toughest part.
Yep, and
he's invisible, but you can hit him.
And he has a fireball. And he has a fireball move and everything that actually kind of knocks you into the air as well. So those are things that he actually has also. But once the music changes and it gets into this epic freaking soundtrack, which is pretty awesome, then you know it's like pretty much the tail end of the game. So you're like, oh yeah, and you get hyped. Now let's get into the final blow. Let me tell you something. Acclaim.
The final blow.
You guys must love action movies. You guys must love action movies because that final blow, that final attack, seriously, slow motion, turn black and white, almost like we did it.
I shoot you with the knee, with that flying knee.
With the
final knee or the uppercut, whatever.
Yeah.
Or the uppercut, whatever.
Oh, the uppercut's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like Debo.
Yeah.
But once you get that move, and you know it's the final blow and everything, and you know, because I smiled and I dropped my controller like it dropped.
You already know the game's over.
Yeah.
Game's over. Yeah. Game was over.
And of course, Marion gets resurrected. She actually opens her eyes, and it's a happy ending. So that's the difference between the arcade version and then the NES version. Now let's talk about other variations of the Double Dragon franchise. Let's talk Double Dragon 2, huh?
Double Dragon 2, yes. Do you want to talk about the glorious, the PC Engine version, which never came to the States? My God, that is such a good version. It's just like the NES version, but it has anime scenes.
Yes.
I love that version. Why
you gotta show the fans that.
Yes, hold on.
If you find something, you gotta show.
Oh my God, dude! I am shocked they have not brought this version to the States yet.
Right? Right?
Why haven't they? I love those anime scenes, and the game looks so great. It's just like Double Dragon 2.
Don't leave money on the table, baby.
Dude,
put that game out.
If they announce and say that they're actually going to release the PC Engine version of Double Dragon 2, I will buy that right away. Right away.
Listen, if Rondo of Blood and the thing actually had a version, then Come on, they gotta bring this
Dude,
version.
dude, Rondo of Blood just came here in the States. And, dude, they're going to bring on that City Hunter game that came out on the PC Engine that's coming out in February by Sunsoft is bringing it. Come on, Arc Systems. You have the license to Double Dragon. Work something out. Come on.
Do it.
Please.
Come
The
on, do it.
music in this game is
Do it now. Do it.
Oh, the
wild.
music was. Oh man, the music is phenomenal, and oh man, the moves were great. It's just like the NES version, but the graphics are upgraded, and the music is, oh man, the CD quality in
Oh,
that
that's right.
version
I
is
forgot. I forgot about the different variations that the hair pull kick also. You can actually be
yeah
able to. You have to do a downward attack and everything, and also a freaking upward kick and everything, knock him into the air. I forgot all about
yeah
that. Holy crap!
they
Yeah,
got they got
I
that
missed
yeah
that.
Yo,
hmm
you launch him with that kick. It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
yeah
Oh snap!
yeah hmm
I was like,
yeah
yeah, man! Freaking amazing.
oh man
Double Dragon 2 was like the epic Double Dragon. It was like, an
yeah
epic game. Double Dragon.
yeah
Oh man.
yeah oh
But
my god yeah the
go ahead.
PC I was gonna say the PC Engine came out in Japan. It was in March 12th, 1993. And then I also want to mention about the other versions we had. There was a Mega Drive version. That's the Genesis over in Japan. It came out on December 22nd, no, December 20th of 1991. And unfortunately, that version didn't come to the States. The version was okay. Wasn't that great. There was something missing about it, but they did make the stages longer though. It was just like the arcade game. It was just like one depressing ending, and that was it. That's all it was. And then you have the computer versions, the ZX Spectrum, the Commodore 64 version, the IBM PC, the Atari ST, and the Amiga version. They had those as well. And then here's one more version called Double Dragon 2 on the Game Boy. Now this version was different. This version is that they have Billy and Jimmy fighting a gang called the Scorpions. And what happens is that they got framed because somebody framed them saying that they killed one of the leaders of the Scorpions, and now they have to defend themselves. They have to fight off the Scorpions, and then let this guy Anderson know that, hey, we weren't the one. There was somebody else out there that done it. And then later on, you find out who that person really was. So it was a lot of twists. It was unique. It was an original story. Besides, people are tired of, it's the same thing, the Shadow Warriors, but now we're fighting the Scorpions. So it's a different take though. So, but then I have to say, I hate. We all know Double Dragon 2 is a phenomenal game, but unfortunately, we have to go a little bit further back into April 5th, 2013,
Oh no.
on the Xbox 360
Oh,
version.
oh no. Oh
We
no.
had
Oh no.
we had it. I'm sorry, but I want people to. The game cannot be buy it. You can't buy this game anymore. Thank God.
Don't remind
Thank
me.
God. Thank
Stop,
God.
man.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Listen. I would probably enjoy it a little bit more if it was not
Dude,
Double Dragon, but wow.
dude,
Wow.
dude, yeah, yeah. This game, Double Dragon 2: Wonder of the Dragons. It wasn't called Double Dragon 2: Revenge. It was called Wonder of the Dragons. It was like a 3D remake of Double Dragon 2. The problem with this game is that there was stamina. How are you going to give a game a beat 'em up game to to have stamina? You can't even attack. The enemies can parry you. They
Why
can
did
leave you
they?
safe. They can leave you open.
That's like
Why would you have that?
that's for a simulation, not a like. I understand it like
Yeah,
a fight night or a UFC game,
or a
but an
wrestling game.
arcade beat
Yeah,
'em up. That's a really stupid mechanic.
yeah, it's dumb. It's stupid. And then here's the dumb part. I mean, they had some cutscenes in the game. It looked okay, but then here's the thing, though. If you want the true ending, if you really want the true ending for this piece of crap game, you cannot use any of your special attacks.
Look it up on YouTube. Skip this game and look it up on YouTube.
You know what?
How stupid retarded is that?
You know what? I have to show them that because you know what? I mean, really, they.
Oh,
Oh boy, oh boy.
dude, I was a sucker and I bought this game and I freaking hate every minute of it. It was torture. It was so bad. I almost broke my 360 controller because of this game.
My camera's off because you made me weep.
Oh, it's a sad state of affairs when it comes to Double Dragon 2. Why would they even bother? To I don't know. Why?
You know,
Why?
this is to the people of Gravity that made this game. There, that's my message to you guys over at Gravity.
He's giving you
Okay,
half the peace sign. He thinks you're number one in his book.
you know exactly what sign I gave
Yes,
them,
I
Tony.
do.
Come on,
Yeah, usually it's between 1 and 3. Let
there
me
you
see.
go.
Let me see. Okay, what was it? Double Dragon? What was it called again? Double Dragon.
Double Dragon 2, Wonder of the Dragons.
Wander. Yeah, Wander of the Dragon.
More
Okay.
like blunder of the
Yeah,
dragon.
yeah.
Did I say
Yeah.
that out loud?
Well,
I will say this though. They did actually show a cutscene where you have to beat when you beat up Jeff, and then you find out and they actually show a backstory when they were actually friends before he actually turned their backs on him. He joined the Shadow Warriors. That they were actually like good friends before all this happened. So that was a unique touch right there. I will say. And then they actually show the scene there's a tree, and then Billy and Marin they made a heart together. Billy and Marin though. So the cutscenes were nice, but it's just the whole game. The controls was just so shit, man. It was just so bad. You know.
This game would have had potential. I mean,
It would have
graphically,
happened.
it seems okay. Graphically.
Yeah.
But control wise and the stamina meter.
The stamina meter fucked this whole game up, bro. And the opponents, the enemies can like carry you and just like knock you out. It was so cheapness. It was so bad.
You know what? I mean, potential was there. I mean, I played it and I actually tried. I thought because listen, I love Double Dragon, so I downloaded it because I was thinking, okay, Double Dragon 2.
Me
Oh,
too.
that okay, different. Okay, it looks pretty good. Boy, did I get duped? Ooh, I got duped so
Oh yeah,
bad.
you and I, we all got duped.
Oh man, and the bad thing is I wasn't able to get a refund. Even worse. So
I
I'm
wish I would have had a
stuck with the
refund.
game. Stuck with the game.
It's
That
like
sucks.
it's just like a dumb concept. Like to get the good ending is to get the good special ending, you cannot use special attacks. Like what the hell, man?
Yeah,
Like
man.
oh god, you know.
Oh well.
So freaking bad. But yeah.
What was
But
the
those are the
developer
all the
thinking?
versions of Double Dragon 2 right there.
Yep, that's pretty much all the versions right there. Double Dragon 2. We already talked about Double Dragon Advance and all that stuff.
Double Dragon Advance came out on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
Such a good version of so like a retake of Double Dragon 1.
They actually
so
did
good.
have. They also had a version, like I said. You already talked about the mobile version. Now let's go back into that mobile version because the mobile version never got a re-release for anything else at all.
Yeah.
It came out with actually for the Apple. Apple. It was for the. I think it was for the
iPhone.
iPhone. Yes. iPhone.
Okay, and there was Android.
Android. Yeah.
And also came out on Android. Yes, that game. Yes, that game was good. I actually had that on my Android phone, but then the problem is that you can't play the game anymore.
I know. They took it completely off. They actually
I was so upset. I was angry. That game was so good, Torrance. It was
yeah.
man.
Yo, dude, let me tell you something. The game's soundtrack was fantastic. The moves were fantastic.
Yes.
It took
the new bosses.
It took the elements of the Double Dragon Advance and then they added to it. They just added more.
Mm-hmm.
You could hit them in the air and stuff like that. You could throw them up in the air and you could do a cycle of freaking. Oh my god, he's so freaking amazing.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
The bonus stages. They even added bonus stages.
And then what happens? update on your phone, and when the update happened, your game wasn't functioning, and because it didn't update their policies or whatever it was, the game got delisted. And once the game got delisted, you can't play the game anymore.
Even if you bought the game.
Yeah.
Even if you bought the game.
Even if you bought the game.
I bought the game, and I can't play it anymore.
That's the reason why I don't buy games on Android or anything like that anymore. I just don't because once the game gets delisted or whatever it is, you just spent your money and you're not getting the refund. Your money is gone.
Yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah. What? I can't. I can't get over that, man. But anyway, let's get over those bad memories and let's go into the third sequel.
The third one, yes.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh boy, you want to get out of bad memories.
We're gonna go with deep.
We had two versions though.
Yes.
But we had a good version of it, so don't worry. It wasn't all bad for Double Dragon 3 though, but we will get to the bad one.
Before we get going, shout out to Crimson Flame. Thank you for showing up. Hey, my man Dorian, what's up, man? Come back. Thank you very much. How you joining us?
What's going on?
And let's see. That's Destria Fallen. Thank you for showing up. Glad you showing up.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, really awesome.
I wonder what Destria is.
Thank you for showing up. And of course,
thanks for showing up, everybody.
And if you guys just showed up and come on, hit that like button. And of course, it's the first time joining us. Hit that that subscribe button. Join our family. And then, of course, hit that bell notification so you can find out about our newer episodes that are coming up. We got some amazing ones coming up. The end of the year is nigh, and we have a lot of great shows coming up. And, of course, at the end of the year, we're going to talk about our top 10s of the year. It's going to be pretty awesome.
Yes.
So look forward to that.
That's going to be great.
Indeed. So let's get into let's get into Double Dragon 3. Double Dragon 3, the arcade game. The Rosetta Stone.
Yes.
Where basically Billy, Jimmy, Lee, and friends, I would say, gets to travel the world to India, to China,
Egypt. They go to China. Yeah, they go to Egypt. They go to China. They go to Italy. Japan. But the first stage is always the United States first.
Always.
Yeah.
Okay, now. Let's get. We have to get into it. Do you like popping in quarters in the middle of a game?
No, I like to pop in a quarter when I'm about to start a game.
You don't like popping in extra quarters?
Only to start a game. That's it. So just to start a game.
That was the OG microtransaction.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
You bastard.
Yeah. The first game.
The first one.
The first game to introduce microtransactions in a freaking arcade game. Pop in quarters. Pop in quarters so you can get extra items. Pop in quarters so you can get extra life. Yeah. You want new moves?
You're gonna buy
the flying clothesline. The flying clothesline was the best move in the game.
And then when you die, you lose them. When you die and continue, you lose it all. So you gotta shove more quarters back in at that same shop. Ain't that a pisser?
You want to know what's the pisser about this? Every time you go in the shop, there's always a lady there. There's always a different lady there. Do you guys know that?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, see, Dorian called me.
And Dorian knows,
you remember,
of course. To change your character, you have to pop in quarters.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. If you want,
Oh, wow, they got you,
man.
Oh, you want to play that new character? Cough it up.
You want that sword? You want that nunchuck? Well, you got to
pony
up,
baby.
We're taking your money. And then when you have those weapons, they're useless.
The first beat 'em up to beat up players' wallets.
Yes, indeed. All right, you start off with 50 cents and everything, end up spending $5 before the end of the game. Wow.
In the 80s. That's like spending $40.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Wow.
And this was the beginning. This was like the bad year because first of all, Double Dragon 2 came out for the NES in January 15, 1990. So it was a good year for Double Dragon. But then May 31st, 1990, This is when the disaster started. So just when they
Well,
had it good, then all of a sudden they put this crap out.
listen, leave it to those Americans. Leave it to those Americans to actually, to mess up a freaking good franchise. Just leave it
Oh
to
yeah,
them. You're like,
yeah,
oh,
Yeah,
let's
ruined
change,
it. Ruined it.
let's change the way the characters walk. Make them look janky, look like they came from freaking one of those stop book freaking comics and stuff like
Yo,
that.
they move as bad as Resident Evil, the first one.
Actually, no.
PlayStation Resident Evil.
Resident
They
yeah.
Evil,
move that badly.
Resident
You
Evil
really
has
hate
better
those with
walking.
tank control.
Resident Evil has
No, the
better
tank
walking.
control. Listen, I can deal with the tank controls, but this game, forget it. It's like frame skips.
It felt like Double
Oh.
Dragon.
Frame,
Yes, complete frame skips.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
that's what it was.
It was
But
just
also,
okay.
go ahead.
No, you go.
No, I was just gonna say, I was gonna mention that since this game was very bad though, there was also there was also ports for it. There was the EX Spectrum. You had the Commodore 64, the Omega version, the Atari ST, the IBM PC. That came out late '91, and then we had the Genesis version that came out in 1992. But I will say this though, they did improve the game a little bit. At least you don't have to, you know, like if you go in the shop, if you have the money, you could just you get whatever you have, and you could just you use whatever scores you have, and you could just get what you want. So that's fair. And of course, they had the Game Boy version that came out in '92, which is the worst Double Dragon Game Boy game I've ever played. The hit detection is so bad. The enemies are cheap. They don't let you get up. It's like you're fighting for your life. It, it makes people want to take their Game Boys and just smash them because of this game. But just don't do that. If you have to smash it, just take that game out and just smash it. Don't smash your Game Boys, okay?
Oh, so you
And
wanted
then
to do the angry video game nerd style, just like take the game and just like give it a good whacking,
yeah,
or throw it against the
whatever,
wall or stop on it.
something, but don't destroy your system. But however, in February 22nd, 1999, our claim they did not like what they saw in the arcade version of Double Dragon 3 at all. So, and Technos Japan did not like it. They didn't like what they saw. So they had to completely remake it. They had to rebrand it. They had to start the game all over from scratch, like they did with Double Dragon 2. Double Dragon 2 for the NES wasn't the same as the arcade, so they did the same thing with this one. So, which was much better, but it was hard. It was challenging because remember, you only get one life. You lose one life, you were done. But however, you had all your moves in the game. You had the flying on neck flip. Then you have the cyclone kick. You have your
That neck
kicks.
flip was badass.
It's such a badass move. Hell yeah! And you have elbow strikes now. You got the elbow strikes instead of doing the uppercut. You elbow strikes. You got the high kicks. And here's what's cool about this game: when you go to China and you fight Chin, okay, and they actually fleshed out the story so much. You
Yes, they
find out
did.
yeah, when you get to China and you fight Chin, you find out that the Chin you fought from Double Dragon 1 or Double Dragon 2, the one you
Is
beat
his
and killed,
brother.
is his older brother.
Ain't that
Yes,
messed up?
yeah, and he wants to take you out for taking out his younger brother. But here's the thing: if you
But then he
manage to
joins you.
beat him, if you beat him, he said, "Okay, you surpassed me, you beat me." He joins you. So how cool is that? So you got to switch characters. And then he has his own techniques though. Then you go to Japan, you fight all these shinobi ninjas, and then you fight a ninja named Ranzu. And then after you beat Ranzu, after you beat him, then he joins you as well. So you got two characters on your side, and you could switch them at any time. So Ranzu had he has his ninja stars, he had his sword attacks, he has his unique jump kicks. Yeah, dude, even though this game was very challenging, I enjoyed this game. I enjoyed it a lot though. So I love the fact that you could switch characters in between. I think that was a very unique thing that they've done though. So I give props to Technos Japan and our claim for bringing this version. And
Also,
it was called Double Dragon 3, the Scarred Stones. Not the Rosetta Stones, it was called the Scarred Stones.
yeah,
So
Scarlet
yeah.
Stones, right.
Go ahead, Torrance.
Now,
You mean
now,
Sacred
so
Stones or?
here's a fun note.
The Scarred.
Here's a fun note.
Go ahead.
You actually have more moves with your partner. You actually could be able to
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
combine
Double team moves.
That means you could be able to
Yes.
jump into your opponent's arm and do a powerful jump kick attack. If you both simultaneously do the cyclone spin kick thing, you do what you call the dual cyclone spin kick thing, which is
Yes.
wider range and it's also more powerful. So
Yes.
those are some cool moves, and they added it to the game. So props to Acclaim again for upping the
Yes.
ante when it comes to amazing arcade ports. Thank you, Acclaim. You are man. I love you guys.
Yes.
I worship you. I worship. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So
absolutely.
yeah, absolutely. I enjoyed Double Dragon 3 the Scarred Stones a lot though. This was one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
So big improvement. Much improvement.
Absolutely. Oh yes. So so now that we got into the trilogy of the Double Dragons, let's get into the legacy. There are a few other amazing games that actually did come out in the Double Dragon franchise that came out much later.
Mm-hmm.
We went from the 8-bit era to the 16-bit era, and the 16-bit era and everything is when they actually introduced a few new components to the Double Dragon franchise. Let's get into that, and believe it or not, the one that really stands out the most is the return of the Double Dragons, or AKA Super Double Dragon when it came out to the States.
Yes.
Now, fun note, and this is a really fun note. Super Double Dragon was rushed out.
Really?
It was rushed out. Super Double Dragon was rushed out. It came out before the Japanese version. Super Nintendo. So it came out into the States, and there's a few things that actually changed. One, stage music has been changed. Two, certain sound effects were actually taken out. They weren't in there. Three, one stage was actually removed. Wasn't even in the. Actually, matter of fact, wasn't even removed.
That's
right. It wasn't even added into the game. In other words, the game wasn't finished. Mm-hmm. So they actually, and the ending was premature. It only showed text. That's it.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Well, here's the thing, though. Return of Double Dragon. After you beat the game, they just go into the credits. But Super Double Dragon had the text ending.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the text ending was in there. But the Return of the Double Dragons actually had the scroll, the ending scrolling.
Yeah. And the weapons were much better to use as well. Like, say if you threw the boomerang, you could actually
you could actually catch it. Yeah, you could actually catch it. And sound effects. The sound effects were better.
Yes, absolutely.
And also certain soundtracks I think have been swapped as well. So you'll notice that because once you get to the part where you get to the truck and everything, you'll notice that in the Super Double Dragon, that soundtrack was actually the first stage.
Right.
And of course, the ending stage of the thing, basically that final stage before you go into that actual Double Dragon theme stage, which is actually
to fight Duke at the end. Yeah.
Right. They actually added that music to the stage. Yeah. So that's
correct.
Yeah, but come on, you gotta give them props to the thing for those sound effects because they actually added that nice little echo effect and everything when you actually finish your opponents. Because the Double Dragon had that, the Super NES version did not. The Super Double Dragon version did not. Which is a fun thing because if you actually get the Double Dragon collection on your Xbox series or
on the Switch, on the Switch, you have those.
You'll have all versions. So you get the Japanese version.
Of course.
Best of both worlds. So
yes,
pretty wild.
You can check out the difference for those games though.
So let's get into the fun mechanics of the game. Besides those different mechanics of the game,
Absolutely.
you still have the infamous punch. You get the kick. Then a button. You also have to jump, but you actually have a block button now, so you can be able to block attacks.
Yeah.
The guard attack, right?
Yeah.
Now here's another thing. You can be able to parry. That means you can be able to block and also grab.
Right.
Block and grab.
Mm-hmm.
So you can be able to, kick and stuff like that. So you grab their arm and you can be able to do some kicks and you do that nice little freaking finishing move right there.
Flat,
or with the punch as well. Also, you have a meter. A meter's been added into it. So that means you can be able to hold on. You can hold on to the L or R buttons, and you can actually either A, have it charge all the way to actually become more powerful, and you actually be able to do one hit blows, or you can just have it charge a little bit, and you can be able to do a spinning cyclone kick that actually goes across the street. Or you can just hold on to the button, and you can be able to do a spinning backhand or spinning roundhouse kick. So there's your options right there. It's innovative, fun. Absolutely a blast to play. If you have not played it, the game is very long too. I mean, it's not a short game. It's not a short game by a long shot. And believe it or not, the game was not. I think it was Technos that actually brought that whole game home.
Technos, Technos did bring it home. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So wow, I was surprised that Acclaim didn't get their hands on this one.
Yeah, it was Trade West.
Trade West actually got
Trade West released it. Yeah, they released the SNES version here in the States. It was October 16th, 1992.
Yeah, Acclaim. I think Acclaim lost the license. That's what happened. Acclaim lost the license.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Yeah, to the Double Dragon franchise, and of course, Technos Japan actually decided to opt to go with Trade West again with Super Double Dragon.
Yeah.
I think the reason why is because Nintendo. You gotta give it to those guys at Nintendo. Nintendo always seems just likes to.
What did they do this time?
Okay. Well, let's. One thing not do. Let's just put it. How about that one?
Yeah.
The NES version, the Super NES version, they actually made it official. They actually have the official license to the Return of Double Dragon and Super Double Dragon for the console, so it did not go to any other console its system or nothing. It's strictly for the NES consoles, and they chose to do Trade West because Trade West was actually good partners with Nintendo at that time. So Acclaim was going multi-console at the time, and since they went multi-console, Nintendo wasn't playing that. They said, no, we want this game to come console only, and they decided to go Trade.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Acclaim didn't even want to use the name for when they distributed or published the Genesis games. They went with the name Flying Edge. I think you
remember that.
Flying Edge. Wow.
Because
remember
Flying
stuff,
Edge. Yeah, I remember that stuff. I remember Flying Edge. They released the Double Dragon 3 on the Genesis, and they released all the other games like Arch Rivals, and then there was Spider-Man and X-Men. Yeah. Whatever Acclaim was working on at the time, they always used the Flying Edge logo. Also the WWF games as well.
That's right. And the Flying Edge, since it's their sister company, so they
the Simpsons games as well as also.
Which is also because people will say, but these publishers were multi-console before. Think about this: they outsourced their development and tools and stuff like that to their other partner companies. That's the only way they actually get their games to other consoles. Capcom actually was, they were a bigger company, so they could be able to do it. But Acclaim wasn't that big. Acclaim was not not by a long shot. So of course they had to outsource to the company. Media Pros. There's one company. No, Microprose. Microprose is another one. Who's the one that did published Double sister company that
Was
did.
it Arena by any chance?
I think it was Arena.
Arena?
Right,
Yeah.
Arena. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Arena did that. You know, I mean, I know we're off topic, but you know what? But just for the context, the
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
right.
It's good
So
to know.
because you know, Mortal Kombat. Of course, they went multi-console, but you know, Acclaim actually made the Super Nintendo version, and Genesis actually had the Arena company make it for the
Yeah.
Genesis version. So, which is the reason why they're also very different as well. Um, yeah. So basically, same thing with Double Dragon, same thing with many franchises. They actually had to multi-source their their company. So which is
Yeah.
the reason why you actually see a lot of games when you look on there, you're like, wait a minute, oh wait, that's not the company that made it, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But it's
Right.
technically it is their company. It's just the sister company that actually outsource their resources and code and what have you to them to do it. So that way they can actually be able to do
That's right.
something else. Can you
That's right.
imagine? Can you imagine if Acclaim actually literally had to do all of these different variations and versions and dealing with all these different systems and all these different code and all?
There's a lot of
The
work.
games will never
That's
come out. The
sure.
games will come.
Yeah.
The games will probably be like 3 or 4
Oh, forget
years
about it.
out.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Oh yeah.
And technology back then was not as profound as it is today because you know. So yeah. But anyway. But yeah. So getting from
You're
the
right.
Super NES. We talked about the Super NES version, and then
Yeah.
okay.
Go ahead.
No.
I think we're gonna go to the next big game.
No. Because we're still in the Super Nintendo era.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because of course, Trade West, you know, big company. They actually
Mm-hmm.
worked with the company Rare,
Yes,
and
Mm-hmm.
sir.
you know, and of course, a wonderful franchise that we all know and love. Those are awesome amphibians. Those Rats, Ditz, and Pimple. You actually have a nice little collaboration, you know, with the
Yeah.
franchise and everything, and lo and behold, you have Battletoads Double Dragon that came out for the
Yes.
Super NES and also the Sega Genesis.
It came
What
out
an
Genesis. It
amazing game!
also came out on the NES as well.
Oh,
It
the
came out on
NES,
the NES
NES was
and
that's right.
also came out on the Game Boy also too.
True.
But there's some differences. But go ahead. I want you to finish up, and I'm going to tell you some differences from those versions of the Super Nintendo and Genesis ones. But go ahead.
Absolutely. So basically, when it comes to the Battletoads and most of the Battletoads Double Dragon, they're definitely an awesome collaboration. And why not?
Yeah.
Have that?
The best crossover. One of the first crossovers.
Yeah,
First crossover.
one of the first crossovers that actually worked.
Yes.
It worked so good.
Yeah.
Amazing soundtrack, awesome bosses. Basically, the bosses from both games actually show up in the game. And
Yep.
of course, the movesets and stuff like that, which Johnny is going to get into, all the movesets, and also some of the differences as well. You know, if you like smashing that button, you know, a lot, you're going to be doing it quite a bit, a lot. You know, and that's how you get your movesets. And the movesets are so ridiculous and out of this world. You'll definitely love it. And trust me, yeah, some of the stages are out of this world. So,
Yeah.
But let's get into some of the major differences of the franchises. How about that?
Well, I'll tell you what though, the NES version was like his own thing, but the Super Nintendo and Genesis they were like identical. But here's the catch though. Remember the Genesis versions? They always had like the violent versions of the game.
Yeah.
Do you notice that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So here's the thing though. If you remember in the Super Nintendo version, after you beat let's just say the first stage, after you beat a Bobo, you know, you kicked his ass and everything. And then here's the thing: after you beat him, though, you don't see him get bruised up. Like after you beat him, it shows a picture of him like all bruised up and beat up. And then he says that he said, "Oh, you guys beat me, but you're never gonna get past Major Blacks now." You know. So and then you get to see the bosses get boosted up, like beat up and bruised, which is cool though. That the Genesis version had that. The Super Nintendo version didn't. So
No.
now here's a funny thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the funny thing. If you have game over and whatever character you use, you get to see him get bruised up. So yeah, they the toes get beat up. I remember there was one with Jimmy though. Like Jimmy has a bloody nose, and his lips are huge as blue. He has blue lips. And then I think and then each battle tone and each Billy and Jimmy has their own beat up like something that you see from Street Fighter. They're all beat up faces. So I saw one there was Rash though. Rash has his sunglasses broken and he has like the X marks on him, which is hilarious. It's just so much it's just so comedy to it. But then here's the thing about Battles and Double Dragon. There was also platforming as well, and it wasn't just like like going up and down, doing beating 'em ups and stuff like that. But there was also a stage where it's just like it reminds me of asteroids. So you have to shoot all these. You're driving in these little pods and you're shooting all these rocks and spaceships. Remember, you're fighting the rat ship. There's a part where you're fighting the Dark Queen's rat ship, and you have to shoot that. You remember that part?
Oh yeah, I remember that. But I mean, you also forgot one very important thing too. The Genesis
What's
version
that?
actually did play a hell of a lot smoother than the Super NES version.
Did it?
It did. It really did.
I
Because
played both versions. I felt like it was the same. The thing is that the Super Nintendo version, it was more colorful.
yeah, it's more
The
colorful. Yeah.
graphics were more colorful, and the music was much better though. But
Yeah.
the Genesis version had better sound effects though, and like I said before, it also showed some of the violent screenshots from the characters. You get to see them all bruised up and bloodied. The Super Nintendo version didn't have that. I don't know why. Maybe because it's a family system, they don't want to see like characters get all bruised up and bloodied up or missing some teeth, whatever. So, but were you gonna say something?
No, not at all. Not at all. Um, what's great about both versions? I mean, they're very distinctively different. I
Yes.
love how they actually decide, to make. Oh, here we go. See, there's a picture of a Bobo getting all, yeah, he got all spanked up. Oh God,
Yeah.
he's like,
Yeah.
look at him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah, he was. You got knocked out. Bam. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah. He got beat up
yep,
pretty bad.
absolutely.
There's
But
also one with
kicked his ass.
Yeah, there's one with Roper, but that's actually Machine Gun Willie though. Like his gun is broken, and then he has like a busted lip. His lip is huge, and he's got a busted eye. So yeah, it's funny. If you guys want to look it up, you definitely should look that up. But that's the thing I will say the Genesis version that I kind of like a little bit over than the Super Nintendo version. But if it comes to graphics, and colorful, and music, I have to give it to the Super Nintendo
no,
version.
Super Nintendo
Each
version
version
won
has
that
their
win
own
that in space.
pluses.
No, they win that in space. Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. So,
but
but
there was always people saying that it's always they prefer the Genesis version, they prefer the Super Nintendo version. So everyone has their likings.
very early console wars.
There you go.
Yes, the Super NES versus Sega Genesis, faster processing versus
Yeah,
excellent both serving graphics. It's always
yeah,
going to be the debate for the ages. Which one actually comes out on top, especially when it comes to two different versions of certain games. You can't,
yeah,
you
exactly.
can't make it up. Not at all.
No,
But yeah. So, but let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's get into some games that. Okay, I'm going too fast. Let's
it's
talk
okay.
about since Double Dragon has actually gotten so big. A certain media company decided, why
Yeah.
not turn it into a movie?
Wow.
Uh,
Do you
it could
really?
be a good
Oh
movie
man.
if it's done right. If they do it right, it could be a good movie.
Uh, well,
Not this one.
no,
Not
no,
that one, obviously. Yeah.
no. Oh boy. So let's get into that. Let's get into that
I
because
thought you liked us, bro.
dude. I'm sorry. I'm
But
saying
okay, we have
do it. Do
we
it for
have
the.
to talk about this.
Come on, man.
I know, I know.
we gotta do
I'm
it for the
We have to
stalling.
culture.
I'm
talk about
stalling.
this.
We gotta do it for the culture. We gotta do it for the
Yeah.
culture, man. So I'm gonna do the trailer. I'm gonna show the trailer of the Double Dragon movie. And
Mm-hmm.
boy, you know. Don't. Okay, I'm gonna run it through this from the very beginning, so that way all of our wonderful players out there get to see exactly what nightmare we actually came up with.
Yeah, we had to.
I
We
love
have to ruin their
I
nights
love
too.
Double Dragon. I do love Double Dragon. I
We
love
all
it so
love
much.
them.
But maybe the directors did not, because this is exactly what they got. Okay, so let's roll a clip.
Right.
They had no clue what
Well,
the source
that's it.
material was. None. That's what it
No,
was.
they didn't. No, they did not.
What do you think, chat? Are you guys vomiting?
Are you disgusted? Because I don't blame you.
I washed my hands
I
of this.
don't.
I was not going to show this. I you tore his face.
Mm.
I can't.
Mm. I remember Torrance told me before that he wanted to find the director and he wanted to go. He wanted to beat the shit out of him.
Mm,
I don't blame him.
mm,
Just kick him in the nuts.
Torrance did tell me that at one time. I'll
mm.
never forget it. Yeah, kick him in the balls.
Right in the nuts.
I can't. I just can't. I can't. Uh, I think I'm gonna have an
Yeah.
aneurysm. I think I'm gonna have an aneurysm. I can't. Oh, oh, oh,
Uh.
oh, oh, yeah. I'm coming home. I'm coming home.
Why'd you do this? Why'd you do? You did this to yourself.
Yeah,
You
you
know that,
didn't
right?
have to show the trailer though. We could have just talked about it, and then we could just moved on and talk about
I'm sorry.
a game that was based off the
Damn it,
movie.
if I got tortured back
You
then,
did this to yourself.
if I
Dorian's like,
got,
wow.
if I got tortured,
Wow.
if I got tortured back then, and I actually saw this nonsense, you guys are getting tortured too.
You didn't pay for a ticket for this crap, did you?
No.
Okay.
Thank God I did not.
No,
Because
I didn't pay a ticket to see this movie either, but I actually did rent it out for $3, and I wanted my $3 back.
yeah,
Man, that could have got me a
I watched
hoagie
it on
that day.
cable. I watched it on cable. I watched it on. I think it was on
Oh, if you
HBO.
watch it on cable, that's
Yeah.
good, Doc.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on HBO, but plus later on it was on Sci-Fi as
Yeah.
well.
I can't watch it unless someone like Mystery
Yeah.
Science Theater is making fun of it or something.
Well,
That
Oh, dude, this would
movie
be
is
perfect
horrible.
for Mystery Science Theater.
They
Absolutely.
did. They
Listen.
covered it. They covered it.
Oh, they did. Well,
Yeah,
because
and it's
the movie.
hilarious. Yeah.
Oh, well, the movie was on Sci-Fi also. I mean, Sci-Fi showed that movie plenty of times. I
Yeah,
remember they did.
I cannot sit through that movie without like we tried to watch it by ourselves. By itself. It was bad. My wife and I sat there and went, this is terrible.
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm actually going to show some pictures out there because you guys got to meet the cast.
We got to meet Jimmy. We met Jimmy later.
Yeah, we got to meet Jimmy though. We got to
Jimmy,
meet Mark DeCostos. What a wonderful human being he is, man. He
Oh,
was awesome.
and I met the lady that looks like my mom. That played their. She was in that movie too.
Oh yeah, she plays the stepmother. The stepmom.
Yeah, the
yes.
lady from Rambo First Blood Part 2.
No,
She was also the
on
mom
top.
in Double Dragon.
And she was but she played a teacher in Sidekicks.
Yeah,
that's
right.
See if I can pop that picture up. I'm trying to make it happen.
Yeah. Oh, Mark was awesome, man. He is such an awesome.
He was a good dude.
Yeah.
It was really nice to meet him.
I feel like like certain things like that. It's once in a lifetime thing, and if you have any opportunity to see some great people like this, you will actually and you enjoy it. I mean, really,
We were really lucky to get in and see him so easily because he just came off of John Wick 4.
Yes.
Oh
You know what I mean?
wow!
No, John
So
Wick 3. The third one.
was
The
it
third one.
three?
It was the
Three? Yeah, it
third
was
one.
three.
Yeah, it was three. Yeah. Yeah,
He
he
was
came
just
out of
coming off
John
of
Wick
that, and I
3.
was like,
And he also did that TV show Warrior as well.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he was just getting back to work.
All
So
right, let me see if I can try to get
yeah,
this.
I'll never forget that great fight scene he had with Jet Li in Cradle to the Grave.
Oh, that was
That movie with DMX.
that was a great scene. They should
Yeah.
make that a video game.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? I
The
mean,
cop-
we forgot to mention that one. You know, Cradle to the Grave would have been a great movie to actually turn into a video game,
Yeah,
and
but this
also
is Double
yeah.
Dragon's
Only
night,
the Strong,
not Jet Li night.
Only the Strong, another fantastic movie. Only the Strong.
Yeah.
Oh man, come on.
He
No,
introduced me to Capoeira. So yeah.
yeah,
Well, we got because of him, because of Mark Dacascos, we got Eddie Gordo. Because
yeah.
that
You're right.
he
Yeah.
single-handedly made capoeira popular in this country.
Of
Mm-hmm.
course he did. Yeah.
Single-handedly, you didn't see it anywhere else until that movie came out.
All right.
He
Yeah.
brought it here.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to get the picture up. Hold on, let me see. Get that up.
Okay.
Here
Take
we
your
go.
time.
Yep.
Dude, I was surprised that he replied back to me on Twitter when I posted that picture with me and him though, and I tagged him. And did you see what he wrote?
Say
That
it
picture
again.
that I sent.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah. That he actually replied back to me on Twitter though, which was awesome.
Tell the fans what he said.
Oh no, he just said, Johnny, it was great meeting you. Thanks for coming and talking to me and spending some time with me, and aloha, much love.
Yeah,
Nice.
nice.
Yeah,
See, yeah, he was a nice.
yeah,
He was very nice.
yeah. He was. And then,
I
dude,
sound like an old
here's
lady. Such a nice
you want to know
boy.
what's the dude? You know what's the funny thing when I spoke to him, I keep calling him Mr. DeCosto. He just said, Johnny, just call me Mark, man. That's all. And he just told me to keep on training, man. Just keep on, never stop training. Keep training your martial arts. You know.
All right, I'm popping them up right now.
So
I'm popping them up right now.
yeah.
So here you go, right
You
here.
said pop.
Yes. I said pop. Yes. Shut up, Davis. All right, here
You
we go.
said something to. You said something about to Mark. He's like, how? You said something like, how does he keep up, or how does he stay young? What
Yeah,
did you say to him?
I just picked his brain for training tips, man. I was asking about flexibility and all that stuff, and
Oh yeah,
I give him props on all his movies that I was a fan of, and he was very grateful.
yeah,
That's why he saw him go like this, and he shook my hand and all that stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, and then he told me you remind me of being back home in Hawaii. He said that like four
Hmm.
times during the entire conversation.
Oh really? Yeah, nice, nice,
That's awesome.
nice.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, but like I said, people that's genuine like that is
He was very
actually.
genuine.
I
Yeah.
mean,
He was, man.
Too bad he
He
got
was
stuck with
very
this
humble.
crappy movie because he's got a lot of bangers outside of this
Well,
dumb
dude.
movie.
Well, here's the thing, though. He
He's
was
got a
still
lot of
young at the
bangers.
time.
Yeah.
He was still young at the time, though. I mean, he was just like starting
He was
off,
young.
you
He
know.
needed the money. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't get these pictures though. I'm trying to get them up on the picture.
I remember that. I remember
We're
that
too
this.
damn handsome when you refresh your computer
Yeah,
from where else.
I think that's what it is. Though. Plus, when you add Mark
Oh, I
Dacascos in
got it.
there,
I got
that's
it.
gonna blow it up.
Hold on. Nope. Nope. It's not coming up. All right. You know what? Yeah. Let's see if we can get. Let me get this.
Post them on the Patreon.
Huh?
We should post them on the Patreon.
Yeah, we'll post them on
Yeah, if you
Patreon.
haven't,
Yeah, we'll
if
do.
you,
We'll put
if you
them.
haven't,
That's
if you
true,
having
Dorian.
trouble
They
with it,
do.
Yeah.
Dorian said him and
yeah.
Donnie Yen stay young forever, and it's true.
Oh, absolutely.
They're both
Johnny
in
Young
their
still looks
60s
again.
now, and they look like they're
Yeah,
maybe
they
like
still
early
look the same.
40s.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I was, I,
if you guys
yeah, I was gonna
if you guys join our Patreon, then you get to see some awesome pictures. Basically, you get to see Johnny and also Tony and everything shaking hands and everything with Marcus Costco's. And a few other pictures also
yeah.
are going to post on
Okay.
there as well. So join our Patreon right now. It only takes $3, $3 to join us and everything. Go on the welcome package. You can be able to check it out. And if you want, you can always go higher, $5 or more. You actually get extra perks. So those perks and everything are going to be great. $3 to join, $5 to get the extra perks, and those pictures right there are going to be there so you can see for yourself, and as well as other things, as well as other videos as well. We got a lot of great stuff that's going to be coming up. So Join our gaming Treble Patreon. It helps us help you guys get extra content. Check out the QR code. You can use that QR code to join up. Just go onto the page, choose a tier, and join us. And also, we will put your name on our walls of Treble. It's going to show up on the bottom of our screen, and you'll be able to, we will appreciate it, and we will actually appreciate more by giving out more. So join us. It'll be awesome. All right.
For 10 cents a day, you could feed a starving child like me.
Oh well.
On gaming on the Patreon, Gaming
Yeah.
Treble Patreon,
Oh.
10 cents a day.
We like our Twinkies.
10 cents a day will get me the medicine and food I need
cupcakes?
and education.
Dude, you know what? Twinkies. You know what? I mean, it's a funny story too. I mean, I used to always love Hostess. Okay, Hostess actually has amazing cupcakes, amazing Twinkies and everything. I used to binge out like crazy.
The orange cupcakes were my favorites.
Oh
I'm not
man,
gonna lie.
yeah, dude. I don't know what
You
it
guys
is
need
about
to
the
stop
orange
because I'm gonna
cupcake.
run out to the Quick Check and buy some.
Dude, I'm gonna go up to 7-Eleven right now and grab some.
You know,
This guy is gonna walk out in the middle of the night
Susie
to
Q's,
7-Eleven to get some.
Susie Q's, and the cupcakes. Especially the cupcakes.
I get hate, Johnny. I do it too.
Yeah. So those are like, and the cream filling. Then when they give you cream filling, they gave you cream filling. Nowadays they skip out on you. If you bite into it and cream filling's on the other side of the freaking cupcake, you're like, wait a minute, what is this? At the literally at the edge of the cupcake and everything is the cream. You're like, oh, you worked on that, Hostess.
You got to recalibrate your machines.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, unbelievable.
It's squirting the cream in the wrong places in those cupcakes.
Pause.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what she said.
Whoa. Oh yeah.
Oh, forget it.
Yeah, it is. All right.
Forget about it.
But
you want to mention about the Double Dragon, the Neo Geo game, since it was based off the movie.
Let's jump on.
Those are fighting games, right, Johnny?
Yeah.
They were one-on-ones.
There were two fighting games.
We go into the next generation. We go into the next phase of the Double Dragon franchise, which is one-on-one fighters. But you just skipped one. You skipped one that you have.
No, I wasn't gonna skip it because you mentioned the movie though, so I thought you wanted to go to the Neo Geo one.
Oh,
if you want to go there.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, absolutely. So let's go.
Okay.
Let's go into the Double Dragon Neo Geo, the one-on-one fighting game that is loosely based off of the movie itself. Now.
Very, very loosely.
Yeah, very loosely. The only similarities really is the first cinema cutscene, which actually shows Patrick. What's his name? Robert Patrick as the Shadow Master.
Kogan was his name.
Kogan, whatever.
Shogun.
Yeah,
he wasn't the Shadow Master.
I don't even care.
I know you don't care.
I don't even care.
I know, but we don't want to give the folks like the wrong names or anything,
No.
Do you think they care about the wrong names with this movie?
Well, we're talking about the game, but I'm the same thing.
It's the same character.
Kelgon, take me away. No, Kelgon, take you away. So anyway, but yeah, but the fighting game is good. It's very good.
It is fun.
Cheap, very cheap, but also very good. The only difference, the only thing I didn't really like though, and John, you can vouch for this, is that Billy and Jimmy actually had a special move that you can actually turn it, had that special Double Dragon music comes on, so you actually get the
Yeah. When the bars are charged up, they got the spiritual and they change their clothes and they got like powerful moves. Yep.
Yeah.
Only they could do that.
Only they could do that, and I find that very cheap. Indeed.
Yeah. They get OP. They get overpowered.
So but the characters you can play as is Bobo, Marion, Billy, Jimmy. New characters, I believe is
the Bergdahl was one of them.
Bergdahl.
The fat Bergdahl was in there. Oh, Duke, the boss from Super Double Dragon was in there as well.
Duke. So those right there.
Avon, the ninja was in there. Rebecca was in there.
Yep.
The drunken master. The drunken fighter was in there. I forgot
Yep.
what his name, but
I
he's.
forgot this too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think.
So so basically, they took characters from pretty much all three Double Dragon games and kind of
Mhm.
made a variation of it in the game.
Yeah.
It was a decent fighter. It was a decent fighter. I would say it was a hell of a lot better than the movie. But
Oh yeah,
yeah, but yeah.
hands
Sure.
Uh,
down.
mhm.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was a great Neo Geo game. If you can find it, it's only available. Well, basically, if
Well,
by emulation right now
yeah,
because you
it's
can't.
only by emulation though,
Yeah,
because I mean, it did came out on the PS1 over in Japan though.
only in Japan.
Play the
Yeah,
game before the movie,
of
because if you
course.
see the movie first, you'll ruin it for you, and you don't want to play the game. So play the game
Yeah,
before the movie.
yeah, just
Yeah, play the game first.
yeah. Play
If
the
you have
Definitely.
to
game.
see the movie, wait until later.
Indeed.
Or
Yeah,
skip the movie entirely. Just play the game. You
Uh,
get the story right
yeah,
there.
Absolutely.
that's all.
They actually did. They actually did. I mean, if you have to. Speaking of which, the Game Awards. The Game Awards actually. That's the Game. That's the Game Awards. But it's all about. It's called Summermania '94. They were heavily promoting
Okay.
The Double Dragon movie. And I think it was.
Yeah, so I remember that.
You
You
were.
told us about.
You
Yeah.
actually got an opportunity to win the Double Dragon necklace, which I wanted, and also a trip to Las Vegas, to Los Angeles, and with a prize package like that. Um, of course, I didn't win, but but the opportunity to get that necklace though, that's what I wanted.
And the Italian, yeah,
That double jacket necklace looks so freaking
it did
cool.
look good.
Yeah,
It did look cool.
yeah. That was the only thing
But
going for it. Everything else, I
that's all.
just
That's
can't.
the only thing.
Oh my God, why?
That's
Oh
the only.
yeah.
Yeah. There
Boy.
was another fighting game. There was another Double Dragon fighting game though. It was based off the cartoon.
Oh yeah, let's get into that one. Yeah, well,
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I'm gonna pull that one up. I'm gonna pull up the
Wasn't there one on the
Yeah.
32X too? Or was that a
No,
for
it
the
was on
Neo
the
Geo one?
Jaguar. It was on the Jaguar, the
Jaguar.
Atari Jaguar.
Jaguar.
I
It was
think
on the Super Nintendo.
there was one on the 32X too. I think.
No, there wasn't. It was on Super Nintendo, Genesis, and Atari Jaguar.
Okay.
Yeah, it was called Double Dragon 5: The Shadow Falls. It was based off the cartoon. It wasn't a beat 'em up game. It was a one-on-one fighting game, which I thought that was the wrong decision to make. I think that this game should have been a beat 'em up game, and I think the Double Dragon cartoon should have had their own beat 'em up game. Especially with all the characters that's in the cartoon and the other Dragon Warriors they had to play as. You know.
All right, so I'm about to run. I'm going to run the intro to this awesome little cartoon that's loosely based
Well,
off of the NES version.
I actually, I actually have the Blu-ray. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I have to. No, I'll be right back. I'm going to shut off this thing.
All right.
I'll have to shut the background off.
Okay. All right. Well, before so while he's waiting, I'm not gonna show the trailer, but the Double
I
Dragon
got the
franchise.
Blu-ray.
Yeah, Blu-ray. Sorry, Blu-ray.
Based off the cartoon. So
Based
there
off
you
the cartoon.
go.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep, right there. Just
Oh, look
wanted
at
to show
that.
that.
Look at that.
Yep, just had to show that. Because that's what the game is based off.
Mm-hmm.
So
So here we're gonna show them also a little intro right now, and let's take it from there. Here we go.
absolutely. Dragon, always fight for right. Battle day on with the power of the dragon. Fight for might, the right of the dragon, with the mark of the dragon.
uh,
Hey, I would rather watch the cartoon than all the episodes of the cartoon than watch the movie. Okay?
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll get no argument from me there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And what's cool about this Blu-ray? This one disc. It only has one disc, and it has all 26 episodes from both seasons.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. They were able to take all 26 episodes and win that one disc, that one Blu-ray. So hey, that's worth it to me.
And this is when Billy and Jimmy actually become brothers,
Yep,
and
they become
they
partners.
become
Yeah.
partners.
Hmm.
For might,
And then
for right,
all right,
we are the
we
Double
are
Dragons.
no dragons. Yep. And they fight the evil Shadow Master. And they had action figures as well. So yeah, because they only made they didn't make too many action figures of Double Dragon. They only made Billy and Jimmy Lee. They made Vortex and Blaster were the Dragon Warriors, and then the villains they only made like three villains. It was the Shadow Master, Trigger Happy, and Sickle. And then they also they came out with three vehicles. They came out with the Dragon Cruiser, the Dragon Cycle, and Shadow Master's the Shadow Raver.
Ooh,
So that was it.
that's wild, man. I
Yeah.
mean, you know
And
what?
then
I really feel like the Double Dragon franchise has gone so worldwide and so just so just what phenomenon. It's basically it created this
yes,
phenomenon of the Double Dragon franchise. We didn't even fathom how far it would actually go, and that's how popular it actually
mhm,
was. And you notice that every single box, even the home versions that they actually had, number one arcade smash.
of
Every single
course.
time, every single time.
Yeah.
He says number one arcade smash, and
Yep.
it's truth in spades. You
Based
know,
on the hit arcade
based on
game.
hit arcade.
If it was
So yeah. So
yeah,
let's just get into that fighting game that
Double Dragon
started
5, the Shadow
Double
Falls.
Dragon 5. Yes. Why they added 5? Why they do it? Why did they even bother to make it Double Dragon 5 when Part 4 didn't typically come out because
Well,
they considered.
Yeah, right.
I think they
well,
considered.
they can't. They consider Super Double Dragon to be Part 4. That's
Right.
what it was.
Do they?
That's
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
we're gonna
So
get
and
Johnny. We're gonna get into that. But go on. Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
sure, but I was going to mention so yeah, Double Dragon 5, The Shadow Falls, it was a one-on-one fighting game, which, in my humble opinion, it should have been a beat 'em up game. Okay, because Double Dragon, when I think Double Dragon, I think a beat 'em up game.
Hmm.
So when I saw this was a one-on-one fighting game, I was like, oh, so they're trying to like be like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat because fighting games are in the rising right now. But yeah, so the characters in the game you could play as is Billy and Jimmy, obviously. You have Ice Pick, Trigger Happy, Seka, Jawbreaker, Blade, Bones, Countdown, Sickle, and then there was two other characters you could lock all the bosses, which was Dominique and Shadow Master. So each character had their own special moves and techniques, and they had this move. It depends on what move you do. If you do, it's called an overkill. Now let's just say you do an overkill move on someone like Jawbreaker, his teeth will fall off, and then he'll cover his mouth and he's defeated. And if you do it, if you do the your overkill move on Bones, he'll be broken into pieces and he'll crumble. So they have like their own finishes the way how you finish your opponents though. And this is what it is. And then there's a story mode in the game, so you can play as any character you want. So you go through the story mode. You could choose the good guys, which is only Billy and Jimmy, or you could pick as one of the Shadow Master's henchmen and henchwoman. So you go through the story like that. But yeah, but the music was pretty cool. It had some hot rock tracks. I'll give him that. And the Double Dragon. What's funny? The Double Dragon. The complete series, the complete animated series that I have, the Blu-ray, it actually shows promos of Double Dragon 5. They
Nice.
actually had some promos on this there. So yeah. So like I said, there was not much to the game. The game had like endings though. They had arcade modes and all that other stuff. So yeah. And the instruction manual is actually they actually show Billy and Jimmy like teaching each other how like play the game and how to go through training. So, but yeah,
Uh,
but
I
that's double level five for you.
I played that game. I played that game for the Super NES because um I was expecting I was expecting Double Dragon 5.
Yeah.
I was expecting a pretty decent one-on-one fighting game, and it really wasn't. It's just controls were a little stiff,
Boy, were they.
yeah, very different, very let's just say wasn't really put together. Yeah,
Well, I want to show you the instruction. I want to show you the instruction booklet.
yeah. Go ahead.
You
Yeah.
probably you probably can't see the instruction booklet right here. Billy says to Jimmy, kicks him in the face. He says, "I told you to read the instruction manual, Jimmy." And then Jimmy says to him, dude, there's all force to your words, bro."
Wow.
I'll show it again right here. Hold on, let me see if I can. There you go, right there.
Oh jeez.
I had to show
That's
that.
silly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually have the game right here. Also,
Yep. There it is. There it is. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I
Double.
got, dude, I got, dude, I even got all like the posters and stuff, and then I also, and here's the game right here. So I figured
Wow.
I had to show that, you know,
Oh my
just to
god.
show that, just
Yeah.
to show I have I
Uh,
got the complete box just to show the audience right there.
Double Dragon. Like I said, I mean, but Double Dragon 5 should have never been added to that box at all. I mean, if they would have just called it
I
Double
know.
Dragon, Double Dragon like the fighting game or something like that, or
Yeah.
something of
Right.
that nature. I really found, yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. That's freaking
No,
awesome.
yeah, that's a poster, like all the characters right there, as you can see.
Nice.
Like they got a poster there, so I still got that though. So yeah, so this is not it's a good nice collectible. So yeah,
Wow. That's
the game was
definitely
okay.
okay.
No, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, when I played the game, I thought the game was okay. Was it the best fighting game I ever played? No, definitely not. It was a so-so game.
Yeah.
But the overkills were hilarious though. But I really think they should have put like some of the Dragon Wars in the game. They should have had Blaster in there. They should have had Vortex. They should have had Cop. They should have had Marion playable in the game though, because he's a cop in the
In
cartoon.
the
She should have
cartoon.
been playable.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Which
So
is
yeah,
another thing that kind of blew my mind. They took the Double Dragon franchise into a completely different direction, especially in the cartoon. And I was saying to myself,
yeah,
wait, double, Billy and Jimmy, they use freaking swords and mystical
yeah,
powers and all that stuff, and and I mean, there are so many variations of the Double Dragon story that really blows my mind. I mean, if you think about it, remember the NES, the Game Boy Advance version of Double Dragon. We're talking about the story.
hmm,
The story is basically
right,
talking about their dojo and their martial arts techniques and some of their
right,
secret arts, secret scrolls, and that they were trying to steal the secrets. I can't do it. They go in a certain sense. Um,
right.
so yeah, it's I love that concept of it, but I still like the original. Where it's more of a revenge story. But
Yeah,
maybe this doesn't resonate with the newer generation of people. I guess I don't know.
yeah,
I have no.
yeah, yeah. No, no, I get exactly what you're saying though. But you know what? There was one episode that I really liked was when Billy and Jimmy they found their long lost mother, and they found out why Jimmy started off as a bad guy, because what happened was they got separated. Okay, John Lee, which was Billy and Jimmy's father, and Veronica Lee was their mother. So what happened was John Lee was able to take Billy, but then the Shadow Master came in and kidnapped Veronica Lee, John Lee's wife. So he kidnapped her and then kidnapped Jimmy as well, and then told Veronica Lee that she has to go to this portal where she's stuck there, like some realm where she's stuck there forever, while the Shadow Master has Jimmy as still a newborn. So
Mm,
that was the reason why Jimmy started off as the bad guy. So
interesting.
it explains. it explained the story though. It was a nice concept. It was a little different from the original Double Dragon story, but I guess they wanted to like make something a little bit more unique because remember they most likely did hear the story that Jimmy was the bad guy in the NES version. So they took that concept and then make it later on that Billy and Jimmy they reunite together and like they're supposed to, and they fight against the Shadow Master and the Shadow Warriors.
Mm.
So bless you, Tony.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yep.
So
No
no, it's
problem.
okay.
Good. So
So yeah.
now that we actually got into the Double Dragon 5, there was a little hiatus. There was a little hiatus in the Double Dragon franchise. There was actually a very very long
Yeah.
lull.
Big hiatus. Yeah.
This was actually at the tail end of Techno Japan. They actually were actually on the brink of closure. Um, it was basically Techno Japan. They actually went bankrupt in 1996
Mm.
and actually left the franchise in limbo.
Wow.
Yeah. So Million is a new company. They actually was formed by the former Techno Japan staff. They acquired the IP. They bought the IP back. However,
Yeah.
they also lacked the funding to defend or develop the brand. So basically, they had to license out the franchise to all these different companies. So the license remakes of inconsistent quality, basically what you mentioned before, Double Dragon 5, the Shadow Falls, and a few other different variations of the Double
Right.
Dragon series. Double Dragon games that came out for the Android and all that stuff, different variations of that. There
Mm-hmm.
was no consistency. There's nothing. There's no major consistency, and also even the story's been completely changed in different ways. And different companies
Yeah.
say, "Oh, let's put it this way," or let's just change the story and make it more modern, make it for more of a new generation of teens and adults, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what happened. So there was an unlicensed game, and once again we're going back to the Neo Geo. Rage of the Dragons came out in 2002.
Yes.
Basically, it had Billy and Jimmy Lee in it, but they couldn't put the Lee at the end of it because it wasn't official.
Yeah, they had to call Lewis.
Yeah.
They
So
had to,
What did they
they
call him?
called Lewis.
yeah,
They
exactly.
call him Billy Lewis, Jimmy Lewis.
Exactly. So they
They call
couldn't.
him the Lewis
So
brothers.
they couldn't use Lee.
Yeah.
And also all the other characters were actually all original characters. No Marion.
Yes.
No Linda. No
Yeah, no
Bobo,
Bobo.
no Gopher, no nothing. It was,
No. Yeah.
all of them were original characters, and the only two characters
Yeah.
that were actually So but right now, the Rage of the Dragons is now available for purchase right now on the PlayStation 5 and Switch and also the
And Xbox
Series.
Xbox Series. Yeah, I bought that last year when it came out.
Yeah. It's great because it had new features too. They improved the graphics, the gameplay, rollback code,
They
all
got
that
rooms
stuff. It's
online. Yeah. Rooms and
everything.
stuff is great.
Yes, definitely worth a purchase. Definitely worth the time. I mean,
It's very cheap though.
It is cheap.
It's very cheap to get.
Yes.
Everywhere.
But there is a steep learning curve because there are certain moves in the game that you probably will have to kind of learn, and you better learn it fast too because the characters in the game they ramp up the difficulty.
The computer is very cheap though.
Very cheap.
It sure is. I have it. It kicks
cheap.
my ass regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Especially those
Especially
rush combos.
The last boss is going to make you pull out your freaking hair.
I haven't even gotten that far.
Yeah.
No.
It took me a while to beat him.
Yeah, I suck at the game.
Took me a while.
And you have to be cheap. You have to be cheap. And you have to do
Oh,
it
yeah.
all the time. Indeed.
If you have a move that works again, that keeps on working and working for you, you better use that move. Do not switch your techniques. Because if you do, forget it.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna make you pay.
Indeed. So basically, but like I said, during this era, we already mentioned a few of these games: Double Dragon Advance, They actually consider one of the best remakes out there.
Yeah, that
Double
came out on the
Dragon.
Game Boy Advance.
That's right. Double Dragon Neon, which actually was a very decent
I
comedic,
loved
a
it. I
comedic
loved
take,
it.
Yeah.
a comedic
But
take.
dude,
I
how
loved
long it
it.
took us to get? It was great, but how long it took us to get there? Because Double Dragon Neon came out in 2012.
12, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
yeah. So if Double Dragon Advance came out in 2003 for the Game Boy Advance, let's do the math. So
Yeah,
we
that's
had to wait
9 years,
like
dude.
9 years. 9 years
Yeah,
9 years.
that's damn near a decade, dude.
for a new
9
Double
years.
Dragon game. We didn't get a Double Dragon game on the Dreamcast, Saturn.
Nope.
We didn't get one. Yeah, PS2
Nope.
or Xbox
Nope.
or GameCube. Not
Nope.
even GameCube.
Mm-mm.
That's because it was in limbo, man. I
Yeah.
don't think they could have done
Yeah,
anything with it.
it's huge limbo. Yeah.
Yeah. And so of course a great company.
Leon, go ahead.
They actually
Way forward.
created Neon. Great point. Yeah, great variation of Double Dragon. They made it comedic.
Yeah.
And
love
It is pretty wacky. It is
I loved
wacky
it.
though. A little goofy. Yeah, but it's
When he
fun.
smacks him with a baseball bat and says touchdown, that's hilarious.
Okay, that's
Yeah, that is funny. That is hilarious. Yeah.
And
It has some funny movies.
and of course Skelegeddon was actually
Skullmageddon is he's hilarious.
Yeah.
And they got the guy who plays Skeletor to do
Yeah.
Skullmageddon. Or
That is,
whatever his name
I
is.
couldn't believe it. I think Skullmania.
Skullmania. Was it? I forgot his name, man.
Yeah, Skullmania. Yeah, that's his name. But Skullmania is the leader of the Shadow Warriors in this one, though. But it was a different take, though.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
Expensive. Yeah.
I know what it was. It was Skullmageddon.
Yeah.
Then he turns
Skullmania.
No, Skullmania.
Skullmageddon. Skullmania is in Street Fighter EX.
Street Fighter EX.
Oh, okay. I'm getting it all messed up. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
No worries, man. I mean, it's really he's a
Sure.
very generic character. That's the
Indeed.
funny part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also the voiceover and everything sounds very familiar because if you actually don't realize that they use the voice, the voice from Skeletor and everything is actually.
I know he sounds familiar.
Yes, so.
Especially when he sings at the end. During the credits.
Dude. Before Merida busts him in his gut.
Yeah, he went.
Boom. Yeah.
It was so awesome.
You want to know something? You want to know what's so good about Double Dragon Neon is those mixtapes, those cassette tapes you pick up, and it gives you power up and stuff and different abilities. That's what's so cool about that game. And the more you pick up these cassette tapes,
the soundtrack was not that bad either. It had that nice.
Oh, the soundtrack was great.
Yeah, 70s,
Soundtrack was awesome.
70s, 80s pop, kind of.
Yeah, more like 80s. Yeah,
awesome, freaking awesome.
Dude, it's like, dude, there's like a cassette tape that lets you throw a bomb. There's one that does like a knee drop. There's one that gives you the ability to do the typhoon kick. There's one that like you start bursting out like some kind of power. Then all these two dragons come out, clears the screen.
Yep.
Oh man, and we have to talk about the gleam system. The gleam system is that when you at the right moment. When you counterattack, when you dodge the enemy's attacks, you get this little gleam, and it gives you so much power. It's like your moves are so much powerful just for a couple seconds.
Yeah,
it helps you so much, especially later. Dude, if you know how to like dodge at the right moment, dude, this is what I did. I usually carry like the baseball bat or the whip. So I wait for the opponent to attack me, and then once I dodge the attack and the gleam comes, let me tell you something. One hit of that whip or bat takes them all out. It takes them all out.
Yeah,
good.
And here's the funny thing. I love I can't even consider it a weapon. I consider it like a little little fun thing. You can pick up the little pick or little comb, and you can throw it at the opponent. And in their hair.
Yes.
That's so hilarious. I mean, I see it right there. I was like, oh, hey, come over here, man. And he's sitting laying there. It's so freaking hilarious.
That is hysterical. That is hysterical. The beginning of the game, which is hilarious, when Billy or Jimmy comes out, they said, "Marin, oh man, not this again."
Yes. Oh man, great soundtrack. The soundtrack, I love it. Like I mentioned before.
Yeah, such
Yeah,
oh man, such a great game. But I was surprised they did not do a Double Dragon Neon 2 though. That really shocked me.
They should have.
yeah, but I think the reason why because
Yeah.
the license only lasted for I don't know, the basis just
Yeah.
for
Maybe they can
that
only
one
use
game,
it for one game though.
only one game.
Mm.
The story
But
cleaned
we
up
are,
pretty well
yeah.
though. There was
Oh no,
like no
they did.
real loose ends.
It did.
Yeah.
But then of course 1 year later, we already mentioned it before. Double Dragon 2, Water of the Dragons, and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
notoriously
We
bad,
already talked about it.
and believe it or not, it only got a 17 out of 100 Metascore. Yeah, that's that bad. It's that bad. It's literally like on the bottom barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're
Terrible.
lucky
Terrible.
enough to still have that game because the game has been delisted. Damn, the first year was actually.
Oh yeah, it's gone forever.
The first, it was actually delisted. The first year was actually released. That's a nice little fun fact for you. So if you bought that game,
wow.
you won't be able to buy that game again after that year. That's how bad it was.
Yeah. But you know what? It's a game. It's a game that you never want to buy anyway. So
Indeed.
let it be gone forever.
Oh my gosh. This period, this period is also especially this was the fraction era because they had different versions of every single variation of Double Dragon. Then let's talk about the savior. Let's talk about the one who actually saved the Double Dragon franchise. And you know what? I have to give props to this company because they, believe it or not, they actually created great franchises such as Guilty Gear. They created franchises such as,
Blaze Blue.
Blaze Blue,
right?
Yeah, Blaze Blue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And of course, they actually created an amazing Dragon Ball Fighters series as well with Bandai
Dragon Ball
Namco.
Fighter Z, yes.
Yeah, with
Dragon Ball Fighter Z. What a great game that was.
So yes. We're talking about Arc System Works. Thank you, Arc System Works. They actually literally saved Double Dragon. We called it the modern revival between the years 2015 and present. So they actually purchased the entire Techno-Tech catalog that includes Super Dodgeball, Crash Boys. Super Volleyball and all the other franchises.
We're gonna get River City Ransom.
River City Ransom, that's right. River City Ransom, all of them.
If we get that back, I'm gonna be very happy.
The Kaneko Con series, the Kaneko Con series, they got all those things.
Yep, the whole entire series.
Yeah.
That means River City Girls would have never existed if Arc System Works did not jump on the franchise.
This is true.
So
yeah, that is true though. But I will say though,
it's a fantastic game, by the way. It really is. I think different twist to the series. So go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, you did mention the Arc Systems though, which I was surprised that Arc Systems went this route. It was in this game came out. It was January 29th, 2017. They released a Double Dragon 4, and I cannot believe they used those graphics. But go ahead.
Okay, now let's get into that. People were confused that Double Dragon 4 was being released in such a way. People were saying, wait a minute, but didn't Double Dragon 5 come out? Basically, like literally almost a decade plus ago. You know, so why would they actually create a Double Dragon 4? Interesting story. Well, they felt that the NES versions of the Double Dragon series did not really get a conclusive sequel. Because the Super NES version was considered that
Super Double Dragon.
Yeah, it was considered the new era of the Double Dragon, not the retro versions of Double Dragon. So I would they considered Double Dragon 4 as the retro sequel of the Double Dragon trilogy for the NES. So they used the same graphic fidelity of the Double Dragon 2, Double Dragon 3 series, and added new
minus
moves.
The flicker.
Yeah, new moves, wide screen.
New characters.
New characters.
They got new enemies. You had the sumo wrestler. I love that they added the sumo wrestler and the ninja girls in there, which is cool.
Yep.
You know.
So, and also they ramped up the difficulty to the tag bit too as well. So more enemies on the screen, as well. So they really ramped it up. Really, really ramped it up. And believe it or not, it was an okay. It was an okay game. It was not, I can't say it was great. It was good. It was good, really,
Yeah, it
really
was
good.
good for
Yeah,
bring it back.
yeah.
Yeah, I did like the fact that they changed up the bosses because now this time you fight the renegades, but the renegades were more like the Shadow Warriors. They would join with them because remember the Shadow Warriors are pretty much disintegrated already though.
Yep, yep.
So whatever remains of the Shadow Warriors, they joined with the renegades. The renegades was run by the Okada twin sisters,
Mm.
and they remember they were challenging Billy and Jimmy. Of course, they kidnapped Marion. And what you know what's so cheap about the Okada sisters is that they use these handguns, and if they shoot you, it takes a lot of damage.
Oh, that's
Like I'm talking about
30% of your life. I
yeah,
remember correctly. That's
yeah, and
ridiculous.
you fought two of them.
Yes,
Yeah,
ridiculous.
you fought both of them. And on top of that, they sent out their enemies to go up against you, like to distract you while they try to at least try to get that bullet in you,
Mm-hmm.
which is cheap.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, and they were fast as hell. They were really fast.
Yeah, it felt
And
like it felt like more. It felt gameplay wise, it felt more like a mixture or a amalgam of the Renegade games and Double Dragon games, kind of like it was merged into one. Because everyone,
right.
if you remember Renegade, of how cheap the enemies really were in the game,
Yeah.
especially in the end
yeah.
stages. The end stage of the thing where every
Dude.
single enemy had a freaking gun. Come on, bro. Really?
That was just so bad. You know, what enemy that pissed me off in Renegades though, the big huge lady.
Oh, the
Oh
one
my
who would pick you up and
goodness.
slap you?
Yeah, she picked you, and it does so much damage. It's like, dude, if you had like 3 or 4 bars left, that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. You were just done, man. Oh man, that woman got on my nerves.
Absolutely.
Even if you try to like jump kick, she can like grab you when you're landing.
Yeah,
that's how
so
cheap she
cheap.
is.
That's so freaking cheap,
Yeah.
bro. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Dorian said love Renegade. Yeah, maybe too. I love Renegade. The
Yeah,
NES version,
I love Renegade, but
the NES
man.
version was a little bit easier, but the Renegade arcade was the one that would literally kick your ass. It was like
Oh,
like,
that
like
will
all over the
beat
place.
you. That will beat you if you let it though. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So, getting back to Double Dragon 4. Fantastic game if you actually like it. I mean, the same concept.
It's available.
It's still available right now on the Xbox Series,
systems.
the PlayStation 5, and also on the Switch. You know, in the collections, the Double Dragon collections. You know, you can get.
Yes, in the Double Dragon collection for the Switch though.
Exactly.
So I highly recommend to get the like if you do have a Switch or a Switch 2, and if you're trying to like get like a physical copy, get this right here. Get the Double Dragon. Get this whole thing right. I can't even. I keep disappearing. Right there. Oh, and I just.
There you go. Okay,
right
perfect.
there.
Perfect. Yes, indeed. There you go.
There it is. Just grab that because you get 6 games in there. You get the NES Double Dragon 1, 2, and 3. You get Super Double Dragon 4, and Double Dragon Advance. So that's a nice collection right there. Can't go wrong.
You can't. Yeah, you got the best. That's the franchise. Let's just put it that way.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and then of course a nice little game. You know, let's roll into the 2020s, and
sure.
the game that you actually love very, very much, and I think which I actually still have to get back into, Double Dragon Gaiden. Rise of the Dragons. Yes.
Such a great game. Oh man. Oh, the tag team feature. The tag team feature in this game is so amazing, and they just keep updating the game. They're giving us free DLC characters. And then what I love about this game, I'll sorry. So you pick out your 2 characters. There's Billy and Jimmy, and there's Marilyn. You know, she has her guns though, and the other character. I cannot believe I forgot his name though. He's
Uncle Matt.
Uncle Matt. There you go, Uncle Matt.
Yeah, you forgot. Don't forget Uncle Matt.
Oh, I know. I can't forget about him. But but he has that Ryan shield.
It's a big dude.
Yeah, and he's got
his
the
name's
Ryan
on your
shield.
house. His name's on your house.
Yeah. So, but But yeah, so it's like a tag. So you pick the tag team, and then what's different about this game is that you can pick what any stage you want to start at, and each stage, has their own boss. Let's just say you pick the Killer Gang stage though, which is Machine Gun Willie stage. You pick that one first, and then you pick the stage to fight Okada. And the other stage you
Hmm.
fight a Bunis. And if you pick Duke's stage, that stage will be longer, and you fight like a powerful version of him. So
Hmm.
whatever stage you pick last, you will pick a you're going to be fighting a harder version of that character. Let's just say if you pick Machine Gun Willie, you save him at the end, you'll fight him in a helicopter and you got to knock him down.
Yeah.
So yeah. So like each stage was different and they had longer stages and each of the stages had the mini bosses there. So you're going to be fighting a Bobo, you'll be fighting a Bernard, Chin, Linda. They're all there. They're all there. And then at the end of the stage, there's two different endings. So you either join with the mayor or you don't. And then you find out later that the mayor is actually the mysterious warrior from Double Dragon 2. It was a unique twist to it.
Look at that. Pretty wild, right?
Adds up to no
Unbelievable.
good every time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So, like I said, very, very unique fighting system. Basically your moves are not just punch and kick. It's basically one button attack, and also jump, and of course you have the variations of
special
different attacks
attack.
as well, right? Exactly. And what's great about it too is that you actually also have finishing attacks. That means you're attacking a thing that actually does some mega damage, and it shows you get
Yeah,
bonuses depending on how big and how dramatic your finishing moves actually are, and you get bonuses for that. So all the coins that you gather, you can then gather up and stuff like that. And you can level up your characters and
yes.
stuff,
You
which
can
is pretty
power up your
fun.
levels, and then yeah, and then you could cash out your tokens. You could buy characters.
Characters,
You could
yep.
buy stages. Yeah, you could buy stages. You could buy art galleries, music. And like I said, I remember when this game kept on rolling though. They started rolling out like new DLC characters every time. And best of
And it
all,
was free.
they're
And
free.
they're free. Come on, listen,
They're free.
listen. That's how you get your characters. That's how you get your players to keep playing your games.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
You know, yeah, yeah. I'm talking to you guys, the people out there you have to spend like what, $15, $20 and everything on DLC that's
$20 just to
basically
get two
useless.
things. Yep.
Come
Mm-hmm.
on, it makes no
It's a
damn
bunch of
sense.
Yeah.
crap, and you only want one thing on there.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Come on, So
Mm-hmm.
that's how you do it. That's customer service. Basically,
Yep.
I want to give a shout out to Inen. They actually did an amazing thing. They actually
Yep.
had their entire game of the R Type 3, R Type 3
Oh yeah.
game, Tournament of Dimensions. It's coming, which is actually
Yep.
I think it's out now. No, it's coming out soon. It's
No,
going
it
to
is
be
coming out about yeah, coming out later on.
coming out
Yes.
later on,
Mm-hmm.
and they are making the complete version on one cartridge for the Switch 2.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Yes, of course, they did increase the price a little bit, but you know what?
It's worth it. Regardless.
More the reason I'll buy it and everything, because it doesn't make any sense.
Of course.
You have to support the people who have to make decisions like that. Why would you want to buy a tiny little cartridge with nothing on it and use it as a key card with nothing on it, and then you have to
So
So on it.
download? Then you have to download it
It's
from
so
the freaking
dumb.
store.
That whole thing is so dumb with the key card thing. I refuse to buy any Switch 2 game that has that.
Yeah,
If I see any Switch 2 game that has that, I will not buy it.
exactly. I want my game completely on the cartridge,
The card.
the card, complete
Yeah.
game, not download
Definitely.
next. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. The guys who actually created the Mortal Kombat, Legacy
Legacy
collection
collection.
for that West, and you have
Yeah.
to download
You
it to
guys-
make it
One
Mortal
day.
Kombat 4. You have to download it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What the hell
Nice.
is that, man?
Nice. Yeah, good move. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway,
Yep.
that's my rant. Okay, so and moving
Yeah.
on now, because roguelike structure, with the roguelike structure of the amazing Double Dragon Gaiden, which is still going strong, we have
Yep.
Double Dragon Revive.
Yep. Double
Now,
Dragon
yeah,
Revive. Wow.
decent game. I mean, it didn't really like too many
Actually,
fires.
yeah, yeah, I
What?
didn't like too many fires. It did have some good ideas. I do like the interactive environment. They did release a patch recently, though. They
Okay.
did release a patch to make the controls a little bit better. So when you want to like stop
Cool.
your opponent, so that they did fix that out because that was my complaints about the game. Like as far as like I want to grab the opponent and I can't grab. So now if you're stopping the opponent, yeah, what you could do is that you could just dodge right out of the way. Like after
Oh,
you stop, you could dodge right out. So
nice.
that way you don't get open for an attack. So they made the controls a little bit better this time. But you are right. I felt like the game did not get like the huge recognition that it should have. But I do like the interactive environments and it was a nice concept, going with the 3D, and taking it in a new direction because let's face it, Double Dragon's been having so many like new directions and new revives and retakes and stuff like that. We've seen it throughout the years, but this game is not. It's definitely not that bad at all. This is you can play. They got online play. They got this. They got this. These extra modes like you have to like hit the bombs back, and you can unlock stories of characters in the game and to see what their story's about. And then there's four characters to play. There's Billy and Jimmy. Then along you play, you'll meet up with Marion. You'll unlock her, and then you meet up with Ronzo. And after your little confrontation with him, you unlock him. And let me tell you something, Ronzo, he's one of the best characters in the game. That guy, he is fast as hell. He is fast, and his jitsu techniques are sick as hell. Yeah.
That's freaking awesome, man.
So.
Yeah,
And I do like the voice acting. I do like the voice acting, and the music's actually pretty good. My favorite stage in the game is the subway stage because it reminds me of Alex and Ken's stage from Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
Mm-hmm.
The jazz music. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah. Okay, I can dig that. I can dig that. I definitely dig that.
Yeah. If you could go on YouTube and listen to that track, though, you'll see what I'm talking about. You say, "Oh yeah, this does sound like something out of Third Strike."
I agree.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Revive was actually not a bad game. It's actually it was a good game though. It wasn't like it wasn't like spectacular or like excellent, like it blew me away. It was just like a very good, enjoyable Double Dragon game. So
Yeah. So like I said, the Double Dragon franchise, many variations, fantastic series. If you have not played Double Dragon at all, you can start anywhere. Believe it or not, you can start at any game at all. Choose a game. Trust me, you will find something that actually you would like. And of course, the Double Dragon franchise, like I mentioned before, did spark the wave of paved the way for many amazing arcade games that actually had that belt side scrolling 3D ish fighting mechanics. And yeah, I mean, you name a game. You just name one game, several games. Spark, Double Dragon. This franchise right here is the one that actually started it all. So I give a big shout out to Technos Japan, even though it no longer exists, and a bigger shout out to Arc System Works for actually reviving and bringing back the Double Dragon franchise. May have many more different variations, and hopefully it gets hope. They actually do another collection style, but bring the arcade versions of the game to the collection, please. Just every single one.
And also, please give us the PC Engine version of Double Dragon 2.
Yes. Oh God, think of Legacy, but you know what? I mean, listen, Mortal Kombat did it. Double Dragon needs one now. Double Dragon needs a Legacy collection that actually has.
We had a decent collection though. Recently, the one I just mentioned earlier.
Oh yeah,
it was missing. It was missing. It was missing the one that I wanted to play the most.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the PC. Listen, can you imagine an ultimate version of a? Okay, let's just do that's speculation now, but let's do like a wish list.
Sure.
The wish list for the Double Dragon franchise. This is my wish list. I want a franchise a video game Double Dragon collection franchise version that actually has every variation of Double Dragon that had relevance. That
Okay. Like
leave
the
out the
Legacy Collection.
icky ones. But we're talking about the ones that actually had an impact of the franchise and it actually made some strides and actually was decent. Like I mentioned, the PC Engine version of Double Dragon 2 definitely won. The arcade version
Yeah.
of Double
You
Dragon
gotta
1
add
and
that.
2 definitely. Double Dragon 3, the arcade version of Rosetta Stone, yes. Besides, you could actually throw in the NES version, I
Yes.
think,
Of course.
for comparison's sake. Definitely. Even had a backstory. Those little nuggets like they have in certain games. It tells you how the
Yeah.
game actually went from the one
You
to
know.
two, who made it,
Yeah.
all that stuff. Do
Mhm.
that. With all the Easter eggs.
Yeah.
You help.
You know what? They could actually do that because I remember the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. I mean, even though it was bad when it came to online, it did add like the history and documentaries and stuff like that, and also mentioned like what moves what was going to be in the game, but they took it out though, and they did add the home versions though. So you can add the arcade versions of these games.
Yeah.
But you could also own the home. You could actually put in the home versions, dude. Hell, you could just throw in the three Game Boy games in there, and you could throw in the Game Gear
Yes.
game. You could,
Absolutely. That's what I'm talking
even
about. Yes.
yeah,
Absolutely.
even if you're not interested in the Game Gear game though, the Double Dragon game I talked about called The Revenge of Billy Lee. I'm sure there's people out there that wants to play it and check it out.
Exactly.
So why not throw that in there?
I mean, come on. In the Castlevania collection they're doing Kid Dracula. I mean, not many people
Yeah,
even know what Kid Dracula actually is. But they threw it in there,
yeah.
So come
Hmm.
on.
Right.
I mean, listen. You know what? I would say that anything that shows relevance to the thing of the Double Dragon franchise, put it into a bundle, make like a nice little like archive style, where you actually had from each game in each genre, the year, show the cabinet, show off the marquees, all that. Come on,
Right.
that would be so freaking awesome, and trust me, that would
That
be
would be
like
great.
I would love that physical copy, physical copy. Put that on my
Of
put
course.
that on my
Gotta have it.
in my collection and say yeah, just bring it up just for nostalgia's sake. Because believe
I
it or
just
not,
got it right
this
there.
yeah this is a part of history. Oh, yeah, and also believe it or not, another thing we gotta talk about that statue because I actually should we show
Oh
that off?
yeah.
The
Oh
statue.
dude, I am waiting for that statue to come out. I don't know what's taking Cinevic Collections to bring that out.
Yeah,
You know.
I'm kind of shocked. I'm kind of shocked that that game this I gotta find a way to get this. You know what? Hold on. Let me see if I
Yeah,
can.
see if you can get that statue up there. I'll be right back. Let me
Yeah,
just
I
yeah.
wanna see if I can do that. Hold on. Let's see.
Yeah, see if you could pop that up, man.
Definitely. I have to. Pop this one up. Okay. Yeah.
Also,
Go ahead. Yeah.
On. Oh, speak.
oh no, go ahead, Tony.
I was responding to you. I thought you were going to say something.
Oh no, I was gonna mention about while Torrance is looking for it, we could mention some of the cameos that the Double Dragon made some cameos from video games. I think you know
Yeah,
one,
like in
Tony.
the wrestling games.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
that's right.
Yeah, they showed up in the wrestling games, and because they
Mm-hmm.
borrowed a lot of sprites over.
That's right.
I think
Yes,
a boy, the guy who annoys the hell out of me in Double Dragon 2 was originally an Andre the Giant sprite.
that's right.
And
Yep, and
what's his name? Burnoff, the fat guy that disappears. That was Abdullah the Butcher.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
But
that's right. And
Billy
also,
enjoys WWF events. He shows up at a
yeah, yeah, people to play WWF superstars and go outside the ring and go to your right. You're gonna see one character that's standing up while everybody is sitting down. You're gonna see Billy Lee like chanting, like like cheering for his favorite WWF superstar right there. Yeah. So Billy Lee's in the audience cheering on. So whenever Billy Lee's not fighting against the Shadow Warriors or kicking some punk's ass or dogs and beating up dogs in the streets, though, he loves to watch his wrestling.
I'm
He
sharing
loves his
this in the
wrestling.
chat.
You
Torres,
gonna
if you
show
get a
that scene?
chance, man, share this with the rest of with the rest of the people.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see if I can pop that up too. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
There you go. You see
Yeah.
the Ultimate Warrior and Randy Savage, and then there's Billy Lee in the crowd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Was it you put that in the Zoom chat, or where you put that one?
Yeah, it's in the Zoom.
It's in the Zoom.
Yeah. It's a Zoom chat.
All right, gotcha.
Oh yeah. Look, and what's funny? He's the only one that's standing up. Like I said before.
Yeah. Billy's a mark.
Yeah, Mark. Oh come on, man. He loves his wrestling, man.
Yeah.
But of course. Hold on. All right. I'm gonna pop this up right now and see if it
Okay.
works.
Yeah. There we
All
go.
right.
There's a
I
live
hope that.
stream right there.
All right. Hold on a second. Let me see.
Yeah.
All right. So, Bear, let me tell you. All right, here we go. I think I got it.
I can see it on YouTube. I can see our chat on YouTube. It's pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
Okay. It is.
Cool. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
It's really small, but I can see
Got
it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it. Oh, let me go back that one up. Come on. This one. All right, let me see. See if we can get this on there. All right, I'm gonna share the screen. I'm gonna share the screen right now. And then.
Okay. Yeah. Also, I wanted to mention though, in River City Girls, Billy and Jimmy Lee, Billy and Jimmy Lee actually own dojos, and you could buy special moves from them. So that's another cameo appearance from them as well.
Oh yeah, that one right there is actually a very significant one though, because
yeah.
I think I got it now.
There's also playable DLC characters in River City Girls 2 as well. I don't know if people knew about that yet. Okay. I still haven't checked out River City Girls 2 though, but now that Billy and Jimmy are like DLC characters, I may have to check that out right now.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
because
definitely worth it.
Weren't they bosses on the River City Ransom game on the Advance? Billy and Jimmy.
They changed the names though, but they do play the Double Dragon theme music, which is hilarious.
Yeah, they totally play.
People are showing it right now. Here's a picture right now, so you can see right now. You see Billy right there cheering in the background. Yeah.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yep. He's cheering for his favorite. Who's he cheering for? The Ultimate Warrior or Macho Man? What do you think he?
No, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, definitely.
Well, he's rooting for the Warrior. Billy's a warrior, dude.
Oh,
come on, Billy's a warrior.
Really? I don't know about that.
I think so.
Yeah, warrior.
Look at the way he's
warrior.
Yeah, come on.
Billy's a Warrior fan.
I guess so.
Yeah, I figured.
He's not gonna be rooting for Big Boss Man. No.
No, hell no. Absolutely not.
Yeah, it's a toss up. I think he'd love the Warrior.
Yeah, well, you know, he doesn't root for the fuzz. Absolutely not.
Of course.
You know, but
I think that was heel Boss Man too. So he was like, he was not a good dude back then.
Oh no. Yeah, he didn't become a face until like they came out the other game, WWF WrestleFest.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another one.
WrestleFest.
WrestleFest.
Yeah, WrestleFest he was face.
Is he hiding in there too? Is Billy hiding in WrestleFest too? That would be funny.
Oh, I don't think he's in there. I tried to look for him. I didn't find him. I mean, he should have been in there with his brother Jimmy. How cool would it have been if they had Billy and Jimmy like sitting next to each other and they're chanting on? That would have been awesome. That would have been great.
You could play as them as wrestlers. I wish. That would have been
awesome. That would be cool. That would be cool.
Someone should hack that and do that. I mean, if you can make games like Mugen, why not? You can do that with the WWF games.
You know, I'm very sure they probably have like some type of hack.
Somebody has.
Somebody hacked. Somebody did hack the Double Dragon games, and they did put in WWF wrestlers in there. There's actually a playthrough with Hulk Hogan.
I remember that. Yeah, I do remember that. They did do something like
That's
that.
pretty funny.
It's pretty
It was
wild.
hilarious.
It's
They had
pretty.
Hogan. You could play as Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, and Savage, and Andre the Giant, and just beat the crap out of the Shadow Warriors in that game.
It's freaking
With them,
crazy.
you could like drop them. You could like drop
If you
them as
find that for
well.
me, I want to play it.
Dude, it's on
Hilarious.
YouTube. I don't know where you can play. You can download and find it, but I see there's a bunch of videos on YouTube. It's hilarious. Seeing Hogan just power driving and leg dropping them. It's hilarious.
Jeez. Oh man. Let's see.
And
Okay,
then, and
I
then you
think
have the big boss man doing the boss man slam on them. Right.
Stupid, bro.
Oh yeah.
It's no, but it's still funny though.
Well, you know what though? I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, just adding the new moves was it's actually what makes it more fun because you have these different characters. I mean, I've seen some fusion, like the takes on a lot of games, like even Streets of Rage does it where they had added Final Fight characters and Streets of
Oh
Rage,
yeah, Ninja Turtle.
Ninja Turtle. Oh my God, dude, they made a mod. They made a mod, and it was so freaking good. I'm hoping that Tecmo actually, what do you call it? Team Ninja actually catches up on it. They made a Ninja Turtle mod for freaking Ninja Gaiden
I
4.
did see that for Ninja Gaiden, right?
Yes.
Yes, I
Oh
did
my
see that.
God.
Oh
It
my
looks
god,
so
dude.
freaking good, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Yo.
I saw that. I was like, dude, they have to make a
They
turtle game like this.
have to. Dude, everything about that
I will buy
shouted.
that in a heartbeat.
That's like the Ninja Turtle game that we never knew we wanted. That's pretty much how it is,
Yeah.
and it's just so
Oh my
freaking
god.
good. Wow,
I,
man.
I I did see that on Twitter. I was like, oh my goodness.
And
Yeah, especially how they did Michelangelo with the nunchucks. Oh man, it was beautiful
yo,
to watch.
oh my God, so freaking good, man. I said, damn, I can't believe they actually did it. I said, whoever did this and that thing, they need to get hired. Hire them. Hire
Yeah,
them now.
Yeah.
yeah. Give him a job.
Give them a job. Yes, absolutely. Hold on, let's see.
I gotta see that Ninja Gaiden Ninja Turtle thing.
That's actually it was
Yeah,
online.
yeah.
They
It's
showed.
online. It's on Twitter.
Yeah.
But were you able to show that statue yet or no?
No, I'm trying to get it on there. If I don't within the next minute or so, that thing, I'll just show it on the next episode.
Yeah,
But it's
too much
actually
trouble.
it should be But the thing is that it should be there though. I mean that's the thing. I mean actually popped it up three or four times and it's not popping up.
Mm.
It's weird.
Yeah, that statue is. Oh my goodness, I need that statue in my room.
It's a
I really
statue.
need that.
Yeah, it's a statue that I thought I never needed. I want it. And you said
Yeah,
you're still waiting for it to come out, dude.
I'm still waiting for that thing to come out. They haven't. They showed the texture of it though. I think it was in 2023 because it wasn't. They didn't color it yet though. And then 2024, they finally showed it at a toy show. Yeah, it was at a toy show. And they showed it off, and they haven't given it a release date since then. And they were supposed to release.
Licensing? Is it something about licensing? Maybe. Do you think it might be
I don't know because Syndicate Collectibles they're releasing the Double Dragon figures. They already came out with Billy, Jimmy, Jeff, and Machine Gun Willie.
See,
So
so that's weird. That's
yeah,
weird. I mean,
and Syndicate yeah, and Syndicate's doing the Bloodsport figures though. They did Frank Dukes and Chung Lee, and those figures look nice too. Those figures are very nice.
wow, that's crazy,
Hopefully
man.
the Van Damme Frank Dukes is not the real one.
No, it's the Van Damme one. Come on,
Yeah.
you know the
that-
you know it's gonna
Okay,
be the Van Damme.
I got it. Here you go. So
You got it? Okay.
this is
Show
the
that glorious
statue.
thing.
This is the statue that everyone's been clamoring about. This one right here. Oh, look at the detail. Look at this. I want
Oh,
this. As soon as I saw it,
I need that. I need it.
I was throwing money at the screen. I was like, come on. Come on. It was, holy crap.
Come on, Syndicate Collectibles. Release this stuff. Release this thing. You want my money? Release that thing.
That looks
Now.
so freaking sexy, man.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna have to keep an eye on this thing, though. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this thing to see whenever they're gonna finally have a date to
yeah.
release this thing, or whenever we can pre-order it.
If you get any details at all, Johnny, if you see that this is like near production's end or whatever it is, you got to let everybody know. Definitely.
Oh, I'm gonna let people know. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna put this up on Twitter because what's his name? When I released it, when I showed pictures of it when it first wasn't colored in, I had so many people retweet me. I haven't had. Have you ever heard of this YouTuber called Matt McMuscles?
Yes.
He's like a blue skeleton avatar. Okay, he retweeted that out to everybody, and then all of a sudden I was getting retweets and people say, "Oh, I gotta have this." Everybody wanted that Double Dragon statue. Everybody's saying they need it.
Now it's in color, dude. I'm surprised that you get more.
Yeah.
You didn't get more replies for that. Holy crap!
I don't know. I think
good.
Yeah. I just say to myself, man, dude, these people got to hurry up. They can't have people waiting for this, man.
I'm saving my pennies.
Or they're gonna lose
I'm saving my pennies. I'm saving them. I'm actually, as soon as it becomes available, I'm pulling the trigger.
dude.
I need
dude,
this special. Not want it. I need it.
Yeah, I need it too, though. So, like I said, whenever they open up the pre-orders, I'm definitely gonna let everybody know.
Indeed.
I'll even pre-order. I'll make sure I make sure I'm gonna definitely get one. Sure.
Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty much it for the Double Dragon games.
Indeed. Wow, we went through a nice 3-hour episode of freaking gaming Treble. This is the first time, but this right here, this franchise needed its extension because this game right here has so much impact, so many memories. I remember when the game came out in the arcade. I remember. I was there, and believe it or not, hope if many of you players out there actually went out there and actually saw this game for the first time, you probably were there too. If you have any memories of Double Dragon at all, whether it's in your childhood and all that, and all this great goodness, please, why don't you go ahead and shout it out? Tell us what you experienced. Tell us about all that stuff. Tell me what kind of impact Double Dragon actually put into your life. Did you get it for the NES version? Did you get it Double Dragon 2? Did you just jump on that? Whatever it is. Or this is the first time you actually heard about Double Dragon and you think it's awesome. Let us know. We want your feedback. Trust me, we want interactions. So, shout out to everyone who actually joined us tonight. It was great. It was fun. It was awesome. We got to get the hell out of here. So let's go ahead and get our final thoughts and our things so we can get moving.
All right. Well, like I said, I just want to say to all the players that came out tonight and watch this and listen to us talk about this awesome history of one of the most awesomest franchises ever. It's a blessing, especially talking with you guys, because you're big fans of Double Dragon like I am, and it was a pleasure. Talking about the games, talking about all the media that we're talking about, all the action figures, and all the good stuff that's coming out, especially that statue. See, there's more to come. I'm sure the future for Double Dragon is in good hands with Arc Systems. So they're putting out some good games, though. I enjoy Double Dragon Gaiden. I enjoy Double Dragon Revive. So let's see where it goes from here, gentlemen.
Indeed.
So, yeah.
All right. So,
Tony?
How about you, Tony? What you got to say?
Oh, I'm just happy to have been able to discuss this. Double Dragon is something that's been close to my heart since I was a little kid. It's a game I played with my father and my cousins. Just a whole bunch of good memories attached to it. It was just fun to reminisce with them while you guys were bringing me some history that I did not know about the game. So I learned something too, and I enjoyed the show. So, all right, I might start playing Double Dragon right now. On that note, players, I hope you have a Merry Christmas, and if you see me on, let's play. Let's play. I'm looking at that 33 Immortals game. I want everybody on. Johnny, you would like it. It is like Gauntlet. You would dig it.
Okay.
Absolutely. And of course, like I said, like the guys mentioned before and everything, and I have to concur. Double Dragon actually has a huge impact in my life. Double Dragon, believe it or not, and everything is one of the games that I actually fell in love with when I first went to the pizzeria. Shout out to Big Data Pizzeria, who's no longer exists anymore. But I know the owner, and I see him several times and everything. I get him shout outs, and especially to Frank. Love you guys. Great family. Double Dragon, believe it or not, was actually had a huge impact on my life because this is when the up in video games and basically two-player beat 'em ups. I remember, it was absolutely fantastic. And then of course the franchise as it grew with me, and it leaves a lasting impression in my life. Of course, with the dragons and all that stuff. Hell, I even went to carnivals and everything, and I actually got double dragon printed on my fist and stuff like that. And I hope it didn't wash off. And I always hoped it didn't wash off, but it did, obviously. But it was so freaking
I
awesome.
just yeah. I forgot to mention though. The this is this how much I love those dragons so much. I actually got a tattoo on my left arm right here of the blue and red dragons right here.
Yes, he
So
does.
Yes.
yeah, and you could actually see it. It's on my page. So if you guys watch the intro, you take a look at my arm. When you mean well, doing like this though, and then you'll see on my arm, you'll see two dragons there. That's actually the double dragons symbols right there. Reason why I got this because Double Dragon means a lot to me. It's a series that I grew up with. Not only got me into like video games, but it also got me into like martial arts as well.
See, there you
So
go. Yes,
you know
impact, right there, right there. Just
exactly.
absolutely. So,
Hmm.
of course, all you guys and everything who actually be able to punch, kick, and hair pull kick, their ways into the alleyways and everything of
Well,
the Sands franchise. Thank you very much and everything for joining us and everything. I hope you actually learned a lot. And please, if you actually came here for the first time, hit that subscribe button. Also hit that like button and share amongst your friends and share amongst your peers. It's been absolutely fun. Our next episode, I think, will be pretty much the last episode of the year, but it will not be on Christmas. Christmas will actually not be airing our show because we're actually going to enjoy our time with our families. But the last show will be on that Sunday before the New Year, which will be another day that we will not be showing episode at all. But we are actually going to talk about our top 10. Our top 10, and we're going
yes.
to go into full details of why, why that game actually was really awesome.
Hmm.
And of course, if you have not yet do so, you can actually join our Patreon, which is actually right there, the QR code. Join us for as little as $3. Get be a part of the family, and of course, in the higher tiers, you actually do get perks, and the perks will be promised and get delivered, of course. So please, why don't you go ahead and donate because the more that you give us, the more we will be able to give back. It's actually all what it's all about. So, and we want you to be a part of our family because we are that real. Of course we are. Because video games is what our life, video games is what we like to talk about, and video games is what we like to share. So, on that note, we want to say happy holidays. Thank you for joining us on Gaming Treble, and we will definitely see you on the next episode. So keep on gaming and keep on leveling it up, and have a fantastic evening. Peace.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Indeed.
Loud noises.